What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Amateur Hour Sports. We're back for the Raptors and their game tonight against the Charlotte Hornets. First of two games against the Hornets, back-to-back, both of which are going to be at home as well. So it goes without saying that this is a very prime opportunity for this Raptors team to not only get a win, but to get 2 wins in a row. But of course, to get 2 wins in a row, you do have to win the first one. And last time I said things like this, well, the Raptors were 13-12. They were about to play the Orlando Magic twice. Everything was bright. I thought we'd be 15-12. Well, now we're 17-23. So it's a lot more precarious of a precarious situation for this team. That being said, there's about a month. I think it's exactly a month now until the NBA trade deadline. And I think the Raptors front office is going to take this entire month to really figure out what this team is going to be. It's actually 1 month yesterday. It will be February 9th, the trade deadline in the NBA. So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be supposedly very active for the Raptors. 1 second here. My phone's about to die. If you didn't charge it before, my bad. So, yeah, very interesting seeing what the Raptors are going to do. A lot of reports have come out talking about the Raptors' supposed plans in these trade discussions. Apparently, only one player is untouchable for the Raptors. You can guess who that is. And other breaking news, unfortunately, Otto Porter Jr.'s injury, not only is it more serious than we thought it was going to be, Otto Porter Jr. is not going to play again this season, period. Otto Porter Jr. Had season-ending surgery today. So from that November 14th game against the Pistons, where it was just kind of like, it didn't seem like that big a deal. He's not going to play another game from that point onward. It's kind of crazy. If you guys want to see my reaction to the Otto Porter Jr. injury news, you can check it out on my second channel, Amateur TV. I just put the link to the video in the chat. Also, while you're at it, if you haven't subscribed to my second channel, please consider doing that. It does help support Amateur Hour and our brand. Let's say what's up to everybody joining in the chat so far. Doug B, what is up? Longtime viewer. Brian Mugg, Amateur Hour Army veteran. Jay Conda, Jeremy, Brian Mugg, another vet. 905 Yada, the king of the vets, if you will. Gregory, another vet. Quinton from Belgium, another vet. Tom Graham, what's going on? Time all the time. Welcome to the stream. Glad you like the shirt. It was a gift from my sister. But yeah, United won their game today. Wore it to watch the game, and I decided I liked it. So I decided to keep it on as well. It's going to be a very active deadline for the Raptors. And the reports are emerging that the only untouchable player seemingly for the Raptors is actually, if you'd believe it, Scotty Barnes. So I think that's the right way to go about it. There were other reports saying that nobody was going to be that only Gary Trent was really available for this team. But then it's kind of getting to the point where everybody should probably be available. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. I got to fix that so it fits the screen a bit better. There we go. So, we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be an eventful deadline. But, it's a nice stretch of games here. Like I said, Hornets twice in a row at home. You can't ask for much better than that. Then you get the Atlanta Hawks. Like, that's not that bad. Score 0-0. Hawks, not that bad either. You get the Hawks. I believe that's a home game as well in this stretch of games. If it is a game against the Hawks zone, then you're back at MSG. Like, this is four very winnable games. 2 extraordinarily winnable games back to back. But, like we've seen from the Raptors, absolutely is nothing going to be a given. Justin, what's up? Yeah, very unfortunate news about Otto. I don't want to hear, like, Otto Porter Jr. scammed us. He fleeced us. The guy wants to be out there playing. He absolutely would want to be out there playing. It's a very unfortunate situation, but he can't, They probably extended every possibility as it came to him. They tried to avoid surgery, but he's just been out for so long. No progress was being made, so it kind of forced their hand. They had to make a decision, and the decision ultimately has got to the point where, yes, they are going to go to surgery for the player. Very unfortunate. Yeah, I know there's going to be jokes. I just, like, people who are genuinely upset at the front office of the player, like, look, it's a risk you take when you sign older guys and it's a guy who has injury history, but he signed for $6 million. It's not like we gave him a fat contract. To be honest, I think we underpaid him, likely as a result of the injury history. $6 million was a great deal for Otto Porter Jr. In hindsight, obviously, you only got 8 games out of him. He's got a player option now at the end of the season. It was a good pickup by the Raptors. You can completely understand why they wanted to do that. But, yeah, it's sad. He could have been an important player for us. So, I wish we could have gotten some out of it. It was the mid-level, yeah. I believe it was. Or we maybe used all of it and then some, but I think he was just signed for the mid-level exception. $6.3 million player option of the year. I imagine, seeing as he's going to miss the entire season pretty much, that he will take that player option. Hey, if he gets healthy for next season, maybe he's going to be an important player for us next season. That's just kind of the boat that we are in. I think we could sign someone else, though, up to field with Otto out with injury. Is that true? If that's true, then that'd actually be quite nice. Maybe we can sign somebody to a vet minimum. That would actually be quite good. Although we waived Justin Champion. I mean, yeah, I guess we have more money, more flexibility available for that. So I like that. Interesting. Some pretty good NBA games all around today, but obviously the focus is going to be on this one. The Charlotte Hornets, they are hot garbage. They're 11-30 this season. Lamelo Ball is back, but this team still isn't very good. Raptors are favored by 7.5 points today. This is like the Raptors continue to get, obviously going to be favored today, but market still has not given up on this Raptors team. There's still belief in the betting market. This is a good team. Good teams, they got to win games like this. So I think watching was fun. Hey, Cop Top, thank you for joining. No problem. Thank you for watching. I'm thanking you guys. You don't gotta thank me. Appreciate that. Olajuwon's fleece of the century. What did he fleece us? I just know he did like pretty much nothing for the team. I don't know how little it was. Let's verify how nothing Hakeem Olajuwon did for the Raptors. It's probably like more marketing than anything. Signing Hakeem the Dream. He played 61 games, 37 starts. Okay, that ain't bad. He was 39, so he was a 39-year-old. He was past it. Let's see like an offensive and defensive rating on him. What was he out here doing? I don't need advanced. There we go. Advanced. No, there we go. Per 100 possessions, he offensive rating of 91, by far the worst in his career, and a defense rating of 96, which was actually like pretty damn good. He just, didn't contribute much to the offense. He wasn't very good, but maybe some guy has a cool jersey out there with Hakeem on the back, Raptors jersey, and I'd own that jersey. That'd be pretty sweet. Got a feeling this might be the start of a 6-7 win streak. We'll see. Some people don't want that. Like, the team is out there winning games at the deadline. I think the front office will give this team as much as possible. I think this team will just let this team see if they can figure it out, and they will make a decision about selling or buying as we, get throughout the rest of this month. And they've constantly been in discussions for trades. It's not like they're not doing anything. It's not like they're just watching this thing go up in flames right now. They're clearly actively in trade discussions. There's plenty of reports that would confirm that. Gary Trent apparently available. Apparently everybody's pretty much available except for Scotty Barnes. The Raptors are active. The Raptors are working on things. Hakeem Rodgers, that'd be cool as well. But, Raptors, that'd be fresh. The purple, like the purple front, the black back, that one would be nice. He had a 3-year contract, only played 1 season, but did he retire? So did we pay him that entire 3 years? That would be a fleece if he, I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but unless he was injured. But then I think it would say that on Basketball Reference. I don't know. I don't know that whole story. You're gonna have to, somebody have to coach me through that one. One thing I just personal thing I was gonna discuss. So today I was just sitting around. I was working all day as usual, and I was kind of thinking about the channel name. So the channel name has been the channel name since I started YouTube in September 2019, and so the content at the time was just all sports, and it was just like the vibe was amateurish. That's why I was called Amateur Sports. If you're curious, that didn't know it would eventually turn into a specific Raptors channel. Here we are today. Anyways, I always thought about the idea of changing the channel name to something Raptors related. In the end, I decided just to keep it the way it is. I kind of built up the brand image, didn't want to go away from that, and that's no problem. But today I was just thinking to myself, why is it why is it just amateur hour? Why is it amateur hour sports? Well, it could just literally just be amateur hour. And I've known from like searching in the past that there's no YouTube channel just called amateur hour that's big enough. Not that I want to just crush a small channel, but there's no like actual channel that has that branding of amateur hour. That's just like, so I'm like, why don't I just take that? Why don't I just do that? What's the point of amateur hour sports? So then I looked it up, and now there is a channel called Amateur Hour. So I was looking up Amateur Hour just to see. I assumed, not to toot my own horn or anything, I assumed I would be top when I searched Amateur Hour, but this channel came up. This channel did not exist a while ago, so I was like, what the hell is this? So Barstool created a channel for this woman over here for something with golf, Amateur Hour Golf, like 4 months ago, already at 10K subs. It's going to easily crush my channel in the next few months. And now, obviously, Amateur Hour in terms of a channel name is just completely and utterly off the table, which is unfortunate because I was really thinking about that change, and I thought that would look good from a branding perspective. But, it seems like that's not possible anymore. And, I guess I don't blame them. It's a good name, right? They just ran with that. Amateur, no, I wouldn't change it. I would just make it amateur. I could make it amateur hoops. I mean, that's always been a thought, but, it's not even a bad idea. That's something I got to think about. But yeah, I was just a little bit upset because not like it's uncontrollable. It's not like they're not allowed to do that. That wasn't my channel name, so they took that opportunity. But it's just like they definitely recognized that my channel had kind of that branding. Anyways, they took it up. So now what I'm annoyed, the most annoying thing is that I'm going to look like I stole from them, even though they didn't steal from me, obviously. But now it's going to look like that I stole from them when I was here first. That's it. I don't know. Just, I'm not that upset about it. And they did nothing wrong. It's just, always be my amateur. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. You guys inspire me to keep producing content every day. Shout out to you guys. It's tough, man. It is tough. It ain't easy doing all this. But, hey, it's worth it. Absolutely worth it at the end of the day. How's everybody's week going so far? It's Tuesday. Weird week. Tuesday and Thursday games. Raptors don't usually play on Tuesdays. And they don't usually play on, specifically, they very rarely play on Thursdays. So this is a bit of a weird week here. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Kind of nice. Get the Monday, Wednesday, Friday off. Get the Friday night off, which is rare, but don't get the Saturday night off. I'm just looking forward to a nice and easy week. My workload for my actual job has lightened up a little bit this week with the end of the NFL regular season. So it's nice to just have a little bit of a breather with that one. And yeah. And I love producing the content. Love we got Raptors games. And love that we might actually get a couple of Raptors wins in the next 2 games. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but really, we really ought to be winning today's game. I mean, come on. I like age sports because just you're associated with a good time. I mean, that's true. Look, I'm not going to like flat out change the name. I've had conversations with people who are just kind of like, oh, what happened here? It's kind of just like at the end of the day, like people will associate your branding with with what your content is. It won't be about like making your channel name Raptors related. It'll just be people will know your channel as what it is. They'll associate amateur sports with Raptors content. We'll just get to that point. Do I think Joe Wieskamp will get minutes? I mean, there's no way for me to know. I think it's more likely today than last game. We're playing a lesser team. Could be looking for some spacing. Not out of the realm of possibilities that Joe Wieskamp gets a sec here. But that being said, last game against the Trailblazers, our bench actually was quite good. So that was good to see. Joe looked good yesterday. Did he play for the 905 or something? Is that allowed? Did Joe Wieskamp play for the Raptors 905 yesterday? 4 for 6. He must have played with 905 then. Is that allowed? We signed him on a 10-day out of the G League. Oh, he did. Interesting. 4 for 6 and 3. So he might get some time today. We'll see. That's strange because, I mean, I guess he's under contract with the Raptors, but also we signed him out of the G League where he's on contract with the Wisconsin Herd. So they hold his G League rights, but I guess because he's on a 10-day here, we're allowed to put him on our G League team. That's a weird system. What if we were playing the Wisconsin Herd this week, and he played against the Wisconsin Herd for the Raptors 905, and then like after the 10 days, he just goes back to Wisconsin and plays for that team again? That's interesting. Well, if he played well for the 905, it's highly possible he just gets a little bit of a stint out here today. Yeah, what if a loophole? What if, the 905 are playing whoever in the playoffs and the Raptors just sign the opposition's best player on a 10-day contract just to kind of fuck them over for that series? There must be some sort of rule against that, but I don't know. Maybe there isn't. Maybe it's just like more of an unwritten rule, like a little bit of respect that you don't do that. I have no idea. Because you know what? Before the playoffs last year, I was a season ticket holder last year, and 905 had a lot of home games. You know what? Reggie Perry got signed to the not the teams we were playing against, but he got signed away from us to the Trailblazers right before the playoffs, and I thought he was one of the top players on the 905, and I wish he was there for the playoff run because the 905 lost in the conference finals, and I think him being there would have made a difference. I guess there's nothing stopping teams from doing that other than just the morality of the situation, but again, you can absolutely do that. Is he active? I don't believe the 905. I mean, maybe the Raptors don't have a game today. I have no idea. They usually wouldn't line up. Sometimes they do, but they usually don't line up G League games with the NBA team. That rule isn't always present, but they don't like to do that very much. Let's just confirm. And he is. Sorry, the Raptors 905 are playing the Go-Go's tonight, so he might be with them. Who knows? He might actually be with the Capital. He might be playing against Capital City tonight. Let's see if there's any info on Twitter about that, if his availability. I don't think like he's that exciting of a player to like stress this much over, but I guess it's just fun to see a new guys. I think that's why most of you are kind of excited and wonder if he's played. But I don't think he's going to be that big of a deal playing for the Raptors. But he can shoot. Maybe that does make a difference. Yesterday he had 19.7 rebounds. I mean, it's just what he's been doing all year. He's averaging 17 a game for Wisconsin. So let's see. No info on if he's playing today. I have no idea. Yeah, the Raptors, listen, Everybody talking about win streaks, whatever, but they've won one game. Let's not go too far. We've won one game so far. I know we're all excited, but the last time I was talking about a win streak, it was before the Orlando games, which we lost both, and we've not been 500 or better since then. The Raptors were 13-12 going into a back-to-back at Orlando. I'm like, great. 2 easy wins. The Raptors have a big chance here to move to 15-12. And then here we are today. I know it's the Hornets, and they're not as good as the Magic, apparently, but still. Like, I'm not taking anything for granted here. I'm not assuming anything with this version of the Raptors team because I just have no idea what to expect from them on any given night. For real. Man, the whole year we haven't won more than 2 in a row. That's crazy. We haven't won more than 2 games in a row. That is crazy. The amount of chances wasted opportunities early in the year, man. Wasted. Some of the teams that we lost to, just crazy. Again, I'm not taking anything lightly with this Raptors team. I'm just praying they avoid this loss today. But, there's going to be people. If the Raptors win, then it will be, oh, my God, we're ruining our chances at a draft pick. If the Raptors lose, it'll be, oh, my God, I can't believe we lost to the Hornets. We suck. Oh, my God. It's just there's no winning here for some people. But like I said last stream, it's just if we win, I'm supporting the guys out there on the court that I'm a fan of. If we lose, well, not only are the Raptors losing and getting closer to the worst pick, the Hornets are also getting a win and moving away from that best pick. So a little bit of a win-win today. Yeah, if we lose today. But also, I want us to lose today, some people type thing. J Money, what's going on in Twitch? Make the playoffs would be a miracle. It won't. We're not like that far out of a playoff spot. It doesn't take a miracle to get into the playoffs from here. You'd be a little bit surprised. We're very close to a play-in spot. Now, I'm also playing for what? But we are 1.5 games back of a play-in spot. So that doesn't take a miracle. And we are 5.5 games back of the 6th seed. We have 42 games to go. So it won't take a miracle. It'll take a lot, but it won't take a miracle to make the playoffs. You'd be surprised. I find it astonishing that we haven't had a 3-game win streak this season. I wonder how many. I haven't done that. Adam, what's going on? Can I do spin the wheel? It's not active. We don't do those unfortunately anymore. J Money. It's a thing. It's a thing for the off season. Let's say it's a thing for the off season. Big win today, Adam. I thought you were coaching. What's going on? Well, yeah, playoffs. Well, the playoffs are a Wemby thing. First of all, playoffs might be boring if you just lose first round and get spanked. Oh, you have a little break. Draft may not be very fun if you get bad lottery luck. Now, we got very good lottery luck a couple of years ago. That doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get it again this year. I'd be pretty satisfied with the top 5 pick if we go that far, but it'd be a disaster if you fall out of those spots. You know what I mean? You just don't know. It's the unpredictability of it all. That's why the NBA has decentralized tanking. Probably good for the league, but I mean, it is good for the league because now, like, if the Raptors knew Wemby was there, I think if a lot of teams knew Wemby was there and they confirmed God they had the worst record in the league, they would do deplorable acts of tanking, which you don't see anymore. Like, you'd see just absolutely heinous acts of tanking. Somebody would rinse their roster to make sure the worst team in the league. If we get Victor Wembanyama, does that make us better? Yes. Yes, it would make you better. If you ain't winning the chip you lost, no. That's not a good way to look at it. You can't just get up out of nowhere and win a championship. It just doesn't happen. You can't just be a bad team, and then just win a championship. You need to build a culture. On other than very rare situations. Like, it took the Warriors to build that dynasty. It didn't happen overnight. Yeah, there was a lot of hits in the draft, but it took a good few years of building up and losing the playoffs to get to that point. The Milwaukee Bucks, it took years and years of losing in the playoffs before getting to that point, just building, tinkering with their team. Unless you're like the Lakers, who can just, sign LeBron and trade for AD, make ridiculous free agent signings along the way. Like, it doesn't happen overnight. I get what you're saying, but I don't want to be in the play-in tournament. So, if that's the case, then I'm out. But like, if you're like a mid-tier playoff team for a good amount of years building up, that's fine. Now, what's not fine is accepting that as satisfactory for an extended period of time. So like the Utah Jazz for a good while, we're always losing second round, never making any progress whatsoever. That's bad, and that's why they blew it up. But sustainable success and then finding the right piece after you hit your natural ceiling, that's a good way to go about running your franchise, and it has seen success in the NBA. What doesn't work is just always tanking and then expecting just out of nowhere to be really good one year. But I agree. If you're just going to make the play-in, or you're just going to be like a 7-8 seed, or you're going to get pumped in the first round, I would also rather go for a good draft pick instead of doing that. Yeah. But, this team believes they can still do more than that. The front office is just giving them till the end of the trade season to kind of figure it out. And along the way, they're in talks. They're in trade talks. We've seen tons of rumors in the last week about trades. Gary Trent being available, and then everybody but Scotty being available. We'll see how it all unfolds. But the front office has certainly going to have something up their sleeve. If you guys enjoy the content, by the way, make sure you give a thumbs up on the video, or on the stream, excuse me. Let's get on some more recommended pages before the game starts. Game starts in, a couple minutes here. What channel are we on? We are on... what channel are we on? The score usually tells me. Oh, it's on TSN. Sweet, TSN. I hate when it's on Sportsnet. All right. Back-to-back TSN game W. If they trade Trent's gonna natural tank. I don't know why you'd trade Trent, though. I don't know why you'd trade Trent. Oh, Tom. Amateur TV, my second channel. Full video out right now. Otto Porter Jr. Crazy. I mean, look, it sucks. What are you going to do? Injuries are part of the game. It's not like Otto wants to be injured. It's not like the front office could have foreseen him only playing 8 games. Sportsnet, so when I stream, the streams where I seem to be really behind real time are when it's on Sportsnet. TSN is a lot more closer to real time. Sportsnet is so behind on their Sportsnet Now thing. I take care of you. You take care of me, man. You come to like all the streams and hang out. But yes, Amateur TV, there's an Otto Porter Jr. video out. So you guys gotta get that notification bell on for Amateur TV. So what's great about Amateur TV is not only to do like extra content. When there's breaking news, bam, takes me like 30 minutes to fire a video away, get my thoughts out. That's the beauty of having that second channel. Sometimes I wonder why I do all that, like all the work for that second channel. But then days like today, that's why it's there. Zubac would be an interesting one to have, but I don't think the Clippers would want to move on from him. Well, Gary, I guess nothing is really drawing Gary Trent to stay here. I mean, he has liked it here, although he doesn't have a massive role here, and he was on the bench for a period of time. Yeah, I mean, there is a fear that he leaves for free. That's a good point. I mean, you hope that's not the case, but nothing is compelling him to stay here, I guess. And you don't want to get into a bidding war. Do I have Instagram? I do. My Instagram handle is the same as my Twitter handle, which is right here, if you follow me. By the way, I always check DMs on my if you ever want to ask me something, whatever, don't waste my time. But if you have like a genuine question, you can always DM me on Twitter or Instagram on this handle. If you DM an amateur hour handle, I likely will not reply for a long time because I just don't check those DMs very often. I wouldn't I'm not completely opposed to a complete rebuild. I don't know if this team needs that, but the more I think about it, the more I'm comfortable with that. I'm not saying that's my preference, but I am comfortable with a complete rebuild of this team. It'd be kind of cool to see the Masai Ujiri and that basketball mind. Let him cook with all of those draft assets. Let him cook with all those young players. That'd be interesting. Hold up and let him cook. Coach up there, I appreciate that, Tom. Thank you for subscribing over there as well. Shout out to people who subscribe to all 4 channels. You guys are legends of the game. Second untouchable should be OG. I agree, Gregory. I agree. No matter what caliber of a team you are, OG is an important player for that team, I think. Should have worn the Malachi shirt. I mean, I could have. I had this one on all day, so I kept it on. Maybe next stream I can toss on the Malachi Flynn. We are set for a decade of dominance. I want to believe that. I really do want to believe that. I hope we get there. Oh, if we get Wembanyama, then, well, if we get Wembanyama, then maybe we are set for a decade of dominance. That guy looks otherworldly, man. All these OG injury history. Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't subbed for that this year, but you get him help. Every team in the league wants a guy like OG. The fact that you have one, you shouldn't want to go find a new one type thing. Well, you're wearing a Siakam. Love it. Supports P. He's going to be an all-star, hopefully. Make sure you vote Pascal into the all-star game today if you haven't done it yet. Go vote for Pascal today. And, the Raptors turned the season around. He might be all-NBA. He might be all-NBA. I don't want to see Lamelo go off either. Raptors have, if I recall, Lamelo hasn't done the greatest against the Raptors in his career. We'll see what sort of defense we give him today. But if we're anything like we were against the Trailblazers, this is going to be a really fun game for the Raptors. If you're not like that, well, the Hornets, as bad as they've been this season, they're 11-30. They have weapons that can win a game. They dismantled the Milwaukee Bucks a few nights ago, late last week, which was just preposterous. But these are, look, in the scope of sports, anything is possible. Never say never. Nothing is ever out of the realm of possibility. So you just got to understand that. Would I rebuild or not make playoffs? That's what? I'm not a child. You don't need to give me only two options. That's what we already follow. Appreciate that. I'll check in on that later. What's comparable to that? Would you rather get shot or would you rather get beaten alive? Both are bad. I don't want either of those. One's better than the other, but both are bad. There's other options here. Somebody, would you rather tank or lose in the play-in tournament? Obviously, I'd rather tank. A win-win. But there's more possibilities than that. Would you rather get swept brutally in the first round or get a good draft pick? Obviously, get a draft pick, but there's more. There's just more in the realm of possibilities of sports. Gotta learn to ask proper questions. Neither, bro. Elbow to that or flying by. Neither. Which teams don't have their picks? What is this? Which teams don't have their picks of lottery-bound clubs? Oh, lottery teams that don't have their picks. The Lakers is yes. The Lakers will not be drafting with their own pick this season, which is crazy. My goodness. Any other lottery teams? I wonder. Let me check. Pascal, Siakam for Trace Halliburton. Siakam's better than I think Halliburton. I really like Halliburton, but I don't think there's fair value there. I don't think it's far off, but I don't think it's. And I don't even think the Pacers fans will say there's no way we're doing that. I don't think that's a fair valuation. Let's see if there's any other teams. I'll go on Tankathon. This is actually my first time on Tankathon this year. So Chicago are going to Orlando. That was the one I was thinking of. Chicago's pick is going to Orlando. And Minnesota's pick, currently a lottery team, Minnesota. Minnesota on the up. They owe their pick to Utah. So there's currently 3 teams in the lottery that own their own pick. There are other picks around this range that are lottery protected, but yeah, of the current lottery team, Chicago's pick goes to Orlando. What a disaster in Chicago, man. Lakers' pick goes to New Orleans, and Minnesota's pick goes to Utah. Oops. All right, about to get the game started. You want to hear Hornets commentary? Ah, sucks. You get me. All right, so I watch the game. That's great, man. Keep organized. Keep on top of shit. Get in those habits. Pelicans can end up building an empire thanks to for real. Pelicans are going to run the decade, I think. Maybe not run the decade. They're going to be a force for a decade. Minnesota thought they'd be contending. They've made some strides in the right direction, but yeah, it's been a disaster in Minnesota. Okay, here we go. Raptors against the Hornets here. I just had a Vietnam flashback of the time Mason Plumlee dropped a triple-double against the Raptors when he was on the Pistons in the bubble. I hope we don't suffer that today as Plumlee gets his first rebound. All right, 9 more to go there, Mason. Is Zion or Ja? That's such a tough question. Zion's better, but would I rather, like the risk of injury, I'd probably lean on Ja Morant a bit there. Zion's an MVP, like they're both MVP caliber players, but Zion's a better one, a better player when he's healthy. You just don't know. All right, a shot clock violation early from the Hornets, so nice defense to start the game for the Raptors. The Gobert trade was ridiculous when they made it. I mean, it made the Timberwolves, it should have made them better, but yeah, that might go down as a historic bad trade. Rebound there by Siakam on the miss and puts in the 2. Raptors start the game in the lead. Yep. No, I don't want Gobert. Lamelo right to the rim, throws it down, wakes up the Hornets bench there. Gobert's contract is makes me want to throw up. If you don't know Rudy Gobert's contract, Google Rudy Gobert contract and look at the figures that pop up when he's well into his 30s. Siakam in mid-range drops it down. Couple early buckets for Siakam, and he looks in the mood today. Yeah, Plumlee's free throw is broken. Hopefully we get a glimpse of it today. Tipped out of bounds there, deflected by the Raptors. It'll be Charlotte ball at the baseline. Hornets again, 11 and 30 on the season, so big chance for the Raptors to snatch their second win in a row. Layup in there, and it's a 4-4 game. Here's OG, and he pushes off. Clear as day. How are you doing, OG? Offensive foul. Hornets get the ball back. Hornets also 6 and 16 on the road. Man, come on. Gotta win. You gotta win this. So that they're 5 and 14 at home. That's not much better. Plumlee at the rim and puts it in. So 2 points off of the Rozier assist there. Plumlee triple-double on the way, ladies and gentlemen. Gary Trent mid-range, good look. Doesn't go. Barnes, nice offensive rebound. Out to Gary for 3. This would be better. And it is. Gary Trent, first 3-pointer of the game. Raptors back in the lead. Here come the Hornets again, and it looked like Gary Trent had to steal, but they call a foul as he goes in there. We're 10 likes away from 50, guys. If you want to support the stream, please drop a like. Let's try to get to 50 likes by the end of the first quarter. If you want to see more content like this and you are new to the channel, consider subscribing to Amateur Hour Sports for streams and videos. Rudy Gobert ain't never going broke. That's for damn sure. A transition foul was... Oh, so Gary did get the steal. So my apologies. Gary Trent did get that steal. The whistle was after Gary got the ball. They fouled, and it was considered a transition foul. So nice call by the ref and nice use of the brand new transition foul rule. Raptors get a free point because Hornets likely stopped 2 easy ones, and the Raptors will get the ball back. Love that new rule. Best thing to happen for rules in a long, long time. VanVleet to OG for 3. Got it. OG drills the deep ball, puts the Raptors up 11-6. Nice start by the Raptors. 7-0 run. 3 ball up and drops. Is that Scary Terry? Scary Terry, he's a low-key Raptor killer. He's had some success against us in the past. Barnes for 3 ends the three-point party there. An actual rule change is good. You know, they've also added in they make it an offensive foul for a player trying to bait you. Like, wow, Lamelo puts the Hornets in the lead. They changed the rule so that if an offensive player initiates contact on their jump shot and tries to do an unnatural motion to get you to contact, as Siakam keeps the three-point party going. Let me finish my damn point. Out of bounds. Did it hit the ref? Did it hit the ref there? And it's... The ref is part of the... That's weird. Siakam for 3. Bro, let me finish my point here. Siakam hits the 3. 4 threes in quick succession for Toronto. High-scoring game here. Holy shit. Points are falling down. Okay, my point. When an offensive player makes an unnatural shooting motion to force contact and try to bait a foul, that's an offensive foul. As Washington hits the 3 ball now. That was a good rule. What is going on right now? 17-17, and we are 4.5 minutes into the game. Why call a timeout? Keep the shit. I mean, just figure. All right, you know what? Fuck. Figure out the defense. That's fine. What the hell am I watching right now? The shots are falling in the Scotiabank Arena. Raptors with 4 threes in quick succession. The Hornets replying with a bunch of their own. 17-17, 4:32 to go. 4:32 into the game right now. And these, yeah, Michael's right. I was just about to say, these are the 2 worst shooting teams in the NBA from behind the arc. The two worst three-point percentages in the league. Hornets having the worst, Raptors having the second worst. All gas, no brakes, baby. Welcome to the NBA, where you have no idea what's going on. Is Joe Wieskamp here? Is he with the 905? Do we have confirmations here? I don't know if they'll play anyways. Raining threes. Now, we've been 29th for a while. The Hornets have always been under us. We weren't I don't remember us being the worst, but Pascal Siakam, he's got a couple of those threes, and he's also got a couple of jumpers. So Siakam, big night so far. He's got 10 points already in this game, more than half of the Raptors' points, obviously. Whereas the Hornets spreading the love around. That being said, the Hornets are 7 for 8 from the field to start this game. So really got to start getting some stops here, and it's going to start with the rim protection as well. Joey's game this year. Okay, that's interesting to see if he'll play. Scotiabank Arena, yeah. Let's keep it going. Siakam's got 10. Can he have another big night? Will that help the Raptors win? Let's hope for all of these things to come true. Siak him. That's the best nickname. All right, other scores around the league. What's going on? The scoreboard. Philadelphia up by 10 currently on, up by 11 currently on the Detroit Pistons. Miami Heat currently up by 5 on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Philly are only... Oh, they're in the second quarter. I was going to say, how is there so many points? There's very little points in that game, actually. Oh, Siakam just... He is a completely different player than he was in his rookie season. It's astonishing what difference has been made to him, that have been made to his game since his rookie season, for real. High scoring game, though. Let's see if that continues. All right, let's keep things going here. 17-17. OG keeps the party going. Drops the three-pointer of his own. Raptors take the 3-point lead here. Second greatest development story outside of Giannis. Jokic is up there. Giannis is up there. Siakam is probably in the conversation. I wouldn't put him on the same level. I think Giannis is the greatest development story. Although Jokic has to be a close second for me. If Jokic like wins a championship, maybe he overtakes. But just that alone kind of gives Giannis the edge. Plumlee down low, and he gets it after the Charlotte Hornets also added a 3. This is probably the Raptors' highest scoring game of the season. Need some stops here. The Hornets are 9 for 10. I mean, sure, I guess Kobe could be involved as well, but there was like talent. Giannis was drafted as a completely raw player, like with very little fundamental skills. Jokic could be. Listen, Jokic is up there. I ain't arguing. Barnes spins off Plumlee and lays it in, ties it up at 24. Can anybody get a stop, please? Kobe went 13th. But Giannis was 15th. It's not that far off. Giannis, I believe, was 15th. Kobe was 13th. To the Hornets, actually. If you'd believe it, the Hornets drafted him. 9 threes, 2 misses. Wow. That's a lot of points. This is a typical Raptors score at the end of the first quarter. We are just over halfway through this quarter. Wow. Scotty Barnes checking out here. See, I was 27th, yes. Jokic was 41st, I think. Plumlee at the line. So look at that free throw form, man. Jeez. How are you professional and shoot like that? OG. When I went with Dennis Smith. Plumlee comes to the double. This is trouble. OG loses it. Stolen by Rozier. Rozier forward and offensive foul. Offensive foul. Nice defense there by Fred VanVleet just to get in the way and force Rozier into that decision. Juancho's 6-man pure tanking. This guy was starting last week, so how crazy is it? Okay. Siakam, mid-range is good again. Pascal continues to cook. 12 points for Siakam in the first 7 minutes of this game. Holy shit, man. Siakam is cooking with all of the spices in the first quarter. Rozier, outside, Washington steps out of bounds. Raptors forced to turnover, 26-25. Stops have been hard to come by, so we'll take them wherever we can in this game. VanVleet to Siakam, and he carries the ball up the court. He's defended by Washington. This is some good matchups here. Plumlee isn't a great rim protector. Washington can't hang. This is Siakam's game. VanVleet for 3, no good. His first shot of the game, I think. Lamelo. Defended by OG here off of a screen. Kicks it out all the way to Smith, who is called for the travel for third straight unforced turnover by the Hornets. And the Raptors are looking to take advantage here, only up by 1 point currently. What do you guys think about these Charlotte jerseys? Other than the fact that it says clit on the front, these jerseys are fire, with all due respect. Other than the fact that it says CLT, if they had just done a CHA, these are fire jerseys. Fire color combo. I don't know if that's a hot take. VanVleet called for the push-off now. I don't know. Okay. Charlotte get the ball back. Stream with it for you. If you have like a cable box or if you're watching on TSN now, you can pause your TSN stream or your cable box that does that. You can pause it to sync up with me, and that would be a better viewing experience. Plumlee lays it in. Why is Plumlee dominating us? Siakam, and he bites off more than he can chew, loses the ball. Dennis Smith Jr. the other way. Hornets taking advantage of some turnovers. Corner three is no good. Raptors just get that rebound. VanVleet wants to take it to the rim. He'll kick out instead to OG, but yeah, Koloko fouled. And what do you know? Koloko comes into the game, and a second later, he already has a foul. That is the most surprising thing that has happened today. I mean, yeah, it's a foul. What stream? Well, okay, if your TSN stream is ahead of me, pause TSN if you can. If I'm ahead of you, then you can easily pause the YouTube stream to sync it up to your NBA, the NBA, the Raptors game. So whichever way it is, like if I'm ahead, then that's great. You can just pause on YouTube, no problem. If you have the ability to, and your TSN is ahead, you can pause that, is what I'm saying. I can like read out some times here for people who want to do that, by the way. Martin in the corner and nails it. The 3-point party continues here. 30-26 for the Hornets. 3:18 on my clock as VanVleet gets in the paint and kicks to Juancho. Fred gets it back. 3:11 on my clock as Fred pump fakes, gets inside. Tough layup. That would have been really nice. Koloko misses the rebound. VanVleet again has it. Has to fight inside. Nice cut by Juancho and nice finish. Juancho, great cut over there. You can like manually adjust to YouTube as well. Like with the button and like the red bar, you can adjust to whatever time or just pause. It always works. Smith inside to Martin. He's blocked on the inside. That Juancho with a block. Raptors in transition with Fred. Layup is no good, but Fred gets fouled. And Fred is going to go to the line for a couple of free throws when we come back from commercial as a timeout has been called. So Raptors defense, a bit of a concern so far. If they're not getting turnovers, they're not getting stops. The Hornets are 12 for 15 from the field, 5 for 6 from three. Raptors in these extra possessions are shooting a nice 11 for 19, but are still behind in this game because the Hornets refuse to miss so far in this game. Nearing the end of the first quarter here, Fred VanVleet will be at the line with a chance to hit both free throws and tie up the game. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Sometimes, like, you just, if you're not, like, constantly doing it, you just wouldn't think to do that. But, yeah, just, it's always, like, I watch on TSN Now and Sports, or TSN Go and Sportsnet Now and TSN Go. Those are the names. If I'm watching on TSN Go, I would just like pause that to sync up. If I'm like the YouTube is much easier to sync though, so I can periodically talk about what time it's on the clock I'm watching the game at because it's going to be different for everybody. One day, Gabe Brown will be our bench shooter, and we'll see. How's he been? I actually haven't really been following him. I just have not had time to care about the 905 very much this season. Gabe Brown, G League reference. What's this guy saying? He had some fun little games in the preseason. In the G League, Gabe Brown is averaging 12 points per game on 33% from three, 41 from the field. I mean, those aren't the type of numbers that get you call up. With all due respect. Can we trade Otto? I mean, yeah, but who would want that? Nobody's going to want him. Oh, yeah, there's a reason they signed Wieskamp. Wieskamp's averaging 17 in the G League. He's shooting 6 threes a game, and he's doing so efficiently. It's also very good to sync up your stream with mine, so yes, that you don't spoil the game for me, because I try my best not to see them. And at this point, there's too many people for me to control it all, but we used to have to time people out there. I appreciate it if you refrain from cheering about something until I've reacted to it, so that I don't maybe inadvertently see it in chat. Just keep that in mind. So Siakam, 12 points in the first quarter so far. Gabe Brown preseason GOAT. How about Josh Jackson? VanVleet at the line. First free throw is good. Second free throw here for VanVleet. And he gets to go. Oh my goodness, I'm yawning. Dennis Smith brings it up the court. Rozier, defended by OG. Now Smith. Trying to work on Koloko. Good defense by the big man. Dennis Smith misses the jumper, but a loose ball foul against Williams of the Hornets, and the Raptors will get the ball back. Barbecue chicken. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes he is he's locked in. Sometimes he isn't. I have no idea. Malachi Flynn in for the Raptors. VanVleet out of the game. So Flynn has won over this backup point guard battle with Delano, who plays all his games in the G League now. Siakam, right to the rim, puts it off the backboard and puts it in. 32-30. Very high scoring game so far. Rozier. Spins off Siakam. Damn, bro. That's tough bucket from Rozier. Scary Terry in full effect. Siakam in the paint. Spinning and putting it up. Tough shot. Doesn't go. Hornets have an opportunity in transition. Rozier gets it up quickly. Pulls up for transition three. It's off the mark. Gets his rebound while he's on the ground. So another move here for the Hornets on offense. Dennis Smith to Rozier. He's got Dennis Smith open for three. He's going to take it. Doesn't go. Three-pointers just stopping falling right now for the Hornets. Tied at 32. Siakam loses it to Smith, who gets it forward to Williams, who will lay it in easily. 34-32. Raptors defense, that's not defense, but overall defense has not been great. The Charlotte Hornets are at 34 points in the first quarter here. Very weird, very high-paced game. Barnes, he's trying to get something going, and he swings it to Siakam. Extra pass to Juancho. Corner three. Good look. Got it. Juancho restores the Raptors lead. That's a big three for Juancho, who has struggled with the deep ball this season. Dennis Smith nearly stolen by Juancho as he gets the hand in there. Just can't quite keep it in bounds. But how about that pass by Barnes, by the way? Which is frustrating when his defense isn't on point, because he does that, and you can see his brilliance. Williams on the inbound. Raptors get the stop here. 26 seconds. Shot clock separated by 4. 17 on my shot clock here. Siakam taking his time, trying to maximize this possession. They go to Flynn instead. He's defended by Dennis Smith. Remarkable story, Dennis Smith, by the way. Malachi Flynn gets in the paint, puts up the floater. TSN freezes. I don't know if it went in. It did not go in. Okay, that was a really good look. Hornets get the shot off, or do they? They do not get the shot off at the buzzer. That wraps it up from the first quarter. Wow. High scoring first quarter, 34-35, as both teams let it absolutely rain down from three. Wow. Well, Nick Nurse, give minutes to you guys. I think a lot of people are misunderstanding typically what a use rate is for a 10-day contract. Like, especially with Raptors, some guys like really rise up, but some guys like literally on 10 days don't even play for the Raptors. These are G League guys for a reason. They're not like getting signed to get significant roles with the NBA team. Could he get minutes? Sure, but I wouldn't be that surprised if he doesn't even get a minute in this 10-day stint. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him play a little bit either. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him hit a couple threes in the process. Dennis Smith. So if you guys don't know, Dennis Smith was literally training to be an NFL tight end and go try out for NFL teams when Charlotte gave him the call saying they needed a player. And he came back into the league and started putting up some crazy numbers after Lamelo got injured. And he earned himself a regular spot on his team. Shout out to him. Okay, let's talk about the game so far. So this team's cooking. Let's be real here. We're 56.5% from the field, 13 for 23 from the field. We are 6 for 9 from three. Siakam has 14 points on 6 for 7 shooting. My God, Pascal. OG's got some good numbers. Gary Trent's got a 3. VanVleet has 5 points. Barnes has 2. Hernan Gomez has 5 points, but despite all these good numbers, you're only up by 1 to the freaking Charlotte Hornets because they can't miss. Not one player in particular, although Rozier's doing well. They've all been doing well. And they're shooting 67% from the field and 63% from three. They started 5 for 6. They're now 5 for 8. Their shooting is keeping them in the game. Rebounding has been slightly in our favor. Turnovers slightly in their favor. So against a team like the Hornets, with respect, they're not very good. You want to make sure you're limiting your turnovers and winning that battle. And just overall, you gotta start to get some stops here. I think they'll come back down to earth. I think they will regress a little bit from the shooting category, but you still got to get out there and get some hands up over there. Okay, here we go. We're back in action for the second quarter. This is like 2K for real. They should cool off. They should cool off, but you still got to do a better job defending the rim. Sure, Freddie Gillespie, yeah, like you saw like the run at it from the 10-day onward, but he fell off pretty quickly, and it's rare for a player to rise up like that. Same with Armani Brooks. Lamelo Ball for 3, deep 3 ball, gets it to go. 37-35 for the Hornets as the shots continue to fall. This isn't fun to watch. I don't know. I'm having a bit of fun. It's a lot of points. I get the defense isn't there. I'm so low on the Raptors that it just isn't even that shocking, is it? Corner 3 for Washington. This one's no good. Long rebound is saved by Washington. Nice play there. LaMelo easily passed Flynn in the corner for Washington. Back to LaMelo. How is nobody on LaMelo Ball? Misses the 3 ball this time. Precious Achiuwa in the game now, bringing it forward. Achiuwa still trying to get back up to 100%. And that's not going to help anybody. Why did Achiuwa shoot that? That's just not going to do anything. LaMelo Ball, transition 3, can't make us pay, and misses. That's just out of the league. It's crazy. He's a solid player. Boucher for 3, off the mark. He's covered early in the shot clock. That's just such a terrible shot. 2 terrible shots from Achiuwa and Boucher. As Washington for 3. This time makes good and makes it 40-37. Timeout called by the Raptors. Nurse probably going to say, what the fuck are you guys doing? Achiuwa was in triple coverage at the rim and took a crazy shot. And then Boucher, early in the shot clock, took a contested 3. My God. Boucher's tough because he's on a $12 million contract. That's not going to be seen as a favorable contract for him. The only way I think he gets traded is if it's salary filler. I can't see a definitive amount of interest in Chris Boucher. 1 like away from 50, guys. Didn't quite hit the goal of 50 likes by the end of the first quarter, but there's still time now to drop a like if you're enjoying the content so far. And also, if you're enjoying the content, you can choose to subscribe to Amateur Hour Sports. Help support the channel a little bit extra. You get to see a live stream like this for every single Raptors game, pretty much. And also, you get to see videos all throughout the week breaking down and analyzing this team. So, yeah, shout out you guys for supporting the channel. Let's keep this all going. Wow, Philly up 65-43 on the Detroit Pistons at the half here. That's a lot of points. Miami up 37-32 on the Thunder currently, if you guys care. Boucher's weird because like some games I see him and he's getting all these offensive rebounds, super athletic, super energetic. Like, man, this guy is essential to his team. Then some days he just kind of runs around. He shoots a couple of bad shots and doesn't play great defense. It's just weird. Harden is a triple-double at half. What's his stat line? Oh, God, some guys are so talented. Harden, let's see his stat line. Harden has 11, 8, 9. So he does not have a triple-double. He's almost got a triple-double. It's still impressive. Even when we win, it's never easy. Welcome to the NBA. When's the last time we really blew out a team, comfy win throughout the game? When was the last time we did that? We haven't won many games since the start of December. I don't recall any of those wins being 88. When's the last time we actually just flat out beat a team? Was it actually the Spurs game? There's no way that was the last time, right? It might be. No, the Lakers game. The Lakers game. That was it. Achua layup, no good. Another bad shot by Achua, but Coloco's there and puts it in. The Spurs game, it was the Lakers game. It was the Lakers game where it was like a comfortable win all throughout the game. There you go. JV, thank you. Glad you enjoyed the content. Thank you for sticking with me and watching the stuff on the channel. Spurs was also one of those. And of course that Hawks game we won by 30. Oh, well, you could say it. The Cavs game, yeah, you could say the Cavs game, but the third quarter got really nervous. I mean, the Lakers did a. It's probably the Cavs then, isn't it? That Cavs win. Because the closest they ever made it with 9 points. That's a comfy win. It has to be that Cavaliers win. Well, the schedule thing, it's just financially less traveling, so it makes sense for the NBA to do. Coloco with the right gets it to go there. 41-40, 9-11 to go in the second quarter. This is a crazy high-scoring game. Complete opposite to last week against the Bucks, of course. Lamelo Ball for 3. It doesn't go. Rebound by Boucher. Flynn is now going up court against Washington. Kicks to Gary Trent. McDaniel defending Trent. Gary Trent out to Flynn. Open 3. Wow. That wasn't even close, Malkai. McDaniels is fouled. Malkai had a nice purple patch in December, but haven't seen much since then. That was way off, Malkai. Oh, good Lord. Half-season grade for the Raptors. D or F. Smith for 3 is no good. And Embiid versus Jokic final would be insane. I wouldn't mind a Bucks versus Denver final. I want to see Denver there. I think Denver can go all the way. It'd be fun to see the Pelicans too. Turnover there, Pelicans scoring the other way, which they do immediately to improve for the second season. Front office is working on stuff. I'll leave it to them. I don't think there's a clear-cut option of what to do. Malachi Flynn is 1 for his last 16 from 3. This is why I criticize him. Precious Achiuwa for 3. Bang! Achiuwa knocks down the deep ball. Flynn had that good run, and I appreciate that, but he's kind of back to what's more status quo, if you will. Smith to Williams. Back to Smith. TSN froze. I'm going to assume he scores this. He doesn't. Okay. 44-42. Yeah, I don't want... fuck anybody but Boston, for real. Achiuwa for 3. Got it again. Back-to-back deep balls from Precious Achiuwa. And the Raptors equal their largest lead of the game at 5. 47-42 in this one. Oof. Achiuwa finding that range. I mean, we saw second half of last season. He found that range and was a key player for this team. Can he find that again this season? Only time will tell. My precious. Sure has potential. He does. A lot of it, too. Guys, if you're enjoying the content, please help us get to 100 likes in today's stream by dropping a like. And if you are enjoying, you want to see more live streams like this, for every Raptors game I do a stream like this, and you also want to see videos all throughout the week, breaking down, analyzing this team, you got to be subscribed to Amateur Hour Sports. Appreciate that. Help us on our road to 14,000 subscribers. When I choose to get back to the threes, this game over. I wouldn't go that far. Do I think Fred VanVleet becomes a full-time starter? Like, if I had to give it a probability percentage, Achiuwa is like a regular starter. I think there's like a 60% chance. I rate his game. I rate his potential. Because I just think, I don't know, if we get like a full-time big, then you can't start Achiuwa. He'd be a good 6-man. Maybe a 50%. Because if the Raptors ever like go all out to like get good players, then Achiuwa could be like the cheaper big to have with that team. It's just, yeah, if he's knocking down shots consistently, that's the difference. We got a new subscriber, by the way, Louis Wallace, whichever one it is. I apologize. Mr. Wallace, or Miss. Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the Amateur Hour Army, and subscribing yourself to a watch party for every Raptors game and videos all throughout the week. If you like the Raptors, you like Amateur Hour, and Louis Wallace, perhaps they're enjoying the stuff. Yeah, Achiuwa's decision-making is what lets him down, probably the most. He just doesn't make those quick decisions, as you said. And bad shots, his shot IQ, it's weird. He ain't a 3-and-D player. He could be, though. 6 points for Achiuwa now leads the Raptors bench in scoring. Good to see. Raptors at 15 bench points already. Also good to see compared to the 5 for the Hornets. And they're up by 5 points at 47-42 with 7:15 to go in the first half. McDaniels to Dennis Smith. Wants to attack Malachi. A little bit too easy, Malachi. It's hard to play him, man. It really is hard to play him right now. Could be, I don't know. I don't see the OG comparisons. Koloko going up. He got fouled. No foul called. Hornets forward again with McDaniels. His layup is no good, but he's fouled. I mean, Achiuwa can guard every position. He's done it before. When he's engaged, man. In the playoffs last year, he was so locked in. Near the end of last season as well, he was so locked in. I don't know, man. Oh, Steph Curry's back from injury. I didn't know that. Steph Curry's back. Did anybody else know that? I had no idea. He's on a minute restriction, but still. It might be on par. Defense, I don't know quite as on par, but he can have profound defensive impact for sure. But his ISO defense was pretty horrendous to start the year. It's just got to pick up. The level's got to pick up. Koloko to Trent. Trent looking to find a shot, going up and getting fouled. 47-45 here. Oh, I'm a huge fan of the Memphis highlights for Achua. I big fan out of college. I just knew he was going to go ahead of where the Raptors were drafting, unfortunately. He went 20th, I believe, to the Heat. So pace of this game has slowed down a tad in terms of the amount of points here, but still a lot for a Raptors game at this point of the game. Gary Trent's just flat out a good player. He just knows how to get points. Yeah, last year his ideas was excellent. I'm not denying that at all. He was just an outstanding player for us. Trent knocks down both free throws. Smith to the ball, 4-point game. Washington in the corner tries to get a look inside and hits the short push shot. 49-47. VanVleet to Trent, fires away and nearly drops. Rebound by Plumlee. Boucher hustles back and gets the steal. And here come the Raptors on the offensive end. Boucher with the ball in his hands. Get that out of his hands. Gary Trent now to Boucher, who almost loses it, tips it to Achua, who goes to the rim and throws it down. All right.
Mama, there goes that man.
We will take it. President Achua flying to the rim. Low Scotty Barnes usage today after a not great start to the game for him on defense. Achua with the block on the other end.
Nope.
Here come the Raptors the other way. Trent in the corner to VanVleet. Steps inside. Nice feed to Boucher, who puts in the layup. Okay. Things are going in the right direction right now. Lamelo Ball to Washington. With the right, gets it to go again. 53-49. VanVleet full court to OG. Defended by Dennis Smith. Missed the layup, but Boucher gets the offensive rebound and puts it in. This is Boucher at his best, man. Showing the energy here. Lamelo Ball working on Gary Trent. Tough shot, way off the mark. Rebound VanVleet. Here he comes, full steam ahead. Has OG at the rim, who flushes away. And Charlotte need another timeout here as the Raptors make it 57-49 in this game. First time they've ever really gone on a run here, and in a good position as we get closer to the halftime spot in this game. Wow, we've seen some exciting stuff in this game so far. Let's continue to see this stuff as we come back from this timeout. I got to go fill up my water while we're on commercial. And I will be right back. Don't go anywhere, but while I'm away, consider dropping a like if you're enjoying, and consider subscribing for more from Amateur Hour Sports. All right, back from timeout. Still no Barnes. Hasn't played yet in the second quarter. As Plumlee goes through everybody and puts it in the basket. God fucking damn it, Plumlee. VanVleet to Boucher. Now Siakam pulls up for three. This one doesn't go for Pascal. Rebound by Rozier. Rozier, kick out in the corner to Martin, who misses, but Plumlee gets the miss and gets it out to Lamelo Ball. Ball floater is good, and that lead just kind of evaporates there for the Raptors. Back to a 4-point game. A lot of points in this game, man. Fred to OG. Now Achua. Siakam to Achua. A three is up, and another one for Precious Achua. 3 threes in the quarter for Precious. Perhaps getting back to his best here. 60-53. Ball swings to Rozier. He fires away the three. Wow. They're just keeping up, man. They keep scoring. They're keeping up. Siakam to Boucher in the paint. Puts it in, and one for Boucher. We will take that all day, man.
Yep.
Old heads are absolutely screaming, bro. Yeah, he's definitely late to the spot. Nice job by Boucher to finish through the contact. Gasses himself up a little bit, and hopefully he can hit the free throw as well. Boucher having a nice game. Been a while since we got a really nice Chris Boucher game, but it appears we're getting it today. Raptors bench, 26 points already. $63-56. Ball to Rozier. Rozier, past Scotty Barnes. Stepping back, going at him again. Good defense there by Scotty. Much improved. Finally back in the game. Rozier, sidestep three. Past Barnes, no good. It's a tough shot. You don't have to worry about that. VanVleet drives. Layup is off. Boucher with the putback and puts it in. Just nobody putting a body there on Chris Boucher. Other way for Martin. 65-56. Rozier swings it to Ball. Why is Lamelo Ball that open, guys? Oh, my God. 65-59. This is crazy. 2:04 to go. Siakam, past some contact. Out to Boucher. Back to Siakam. Okay, here we go. Pascal has a lane. Fights the rim, and he gets fouled. And we'll head to the line here. How is Lamelo Ball that open? Huh? Yeah, he was definitely a little bit too open there. 1:55 to go in the quarter, in the half, as Siakam steps up to the line here. Someone got caught on screen. I didn't see anything. LeVar did everything but teach them form. They're still pro. Well, Lonzo has corrected his form in the league and is a very good shooter when he's actually playing. LaMelo has always been a good shooter. It's been, Raptors bench big time tonight. But despite all the scoring, the Charlotte Hornets are right in this game, only down by 8 with 1:50 to go in the half. LaMelo feeds to Plumlee. Fred VanVleet, your interior defender, is likely not a winning strategy, Toronto. Siakam to Trent in the corner. Nice move to get past LaMelo. Out to Siakam for three. This one doesn't fall for Pascal, and the rebound is by Plumlee. Ball to Washington. Now Plumlee again. Barnes defending. Wow. Plumlee with a nice feed, but Rozier smokes the layup. Can the Raptors respond with a Trent 3? No, they can't as he misses. And it's a 3-on-1 here for the Charlotte Hornets. Rozier decides to shoot the 3 and to good avail. Blows the easy layup, but hits the sidestep 3. VanVleet out to Siakam, 67-64. This is a Toronto Raptors game, and it's not even halftime. Siakam floater. Money. Straight up money. 69-64. 45 seconds as Lamelo picks it up. Lamelo's a good player, man. People doubted him before the draft. OG nearly steals it off of Lamelo. Is that a... Did OG get fouled there? Well, no foul called. Side out there. OG's hit the deck. OG, bro, if you got injured doing that, I'm going to be pretty upset. Lamelo Ball. Defended by Siakam. 5-point game. Ball inside. Floater or layup. I don't know. Layup is no good. Rebound by Trent. To Barnes. Why didn't Barnes shoot that? Okay, OG for 3. That's why he didn't shoot it. OG sidesteps and nails the three-pointer. These are the 2 worst three-point shooting teams in the NBA. And it is 72-64. Ball to Plumlee and a foul called. All right, let's see the NBA teams' three-point percentages this season. So, last in the NBA is the Charlotte Hornets at 62.5%. And second last is the Raptors at 32.6%. And here we are. And it is high-scoring game with a lot of threes. Can we add one more? 72-66. Fred from half court. Top of the backboard again. And away it will not go. So the 2 worst three-point shooting teams in the association. One of them is 10 for 21. One of them is 10 for 20. And yeah, that's just how it is. Worst three-point percentages in the NBA this season. And so the worst three-point percentage in the NBA this season, Hornets at 32.5%. And the Raptors, I'm tweeting this. This is good content. And the Raptors at 32.6%. Tonight, the Raptors are shooting... Let's see. The Raptors are 10 for 20, which is 50%. The Hornets are 10 for 21. Oh, fuck North Star. There's a commercial from North Star coming out. They blocked my account, basically, because I guess they're upset I won money off them. Okay, we'll pull up the box score in just a second here. Bear with me for a moment. Okay, so pulling up the box scores, we know one thing. Siakam has been cooking, as has really pretty much everybody on the Raptors today, and a lot of guys on the Charlotte Hornets. Siakam has 18 points here in the first half. just another casual game for Pascal Siakam. He's 7 for 10 from the field. One moment. Let me just mute my my TSN stream. Focus up a little bit. Further than that, OG having a nice game. He's 3 for 4 from 3, 4 for 7 from the field total. He's got 11 points. Scotty Barnes, not a great game from him so far. Hasn't played as much as the other starters because of some poor defense in the first quarter, along with the bench doing so well. But he's got 4 assists at the half. VanVleet struggling here again. He's 1 for 5. He's got 5 points, but he does have 4 rebounds and 5 assists. These are the stats that have been going up in the last few weeks, along with the points, which have been better. But Fred is finding more ways to contribute to games beyond just the scoring right now, which is good to see. Hopefully the shooting, though, that does need improvement. Hopefully that picks up in the second half. Gary Trent, he's 2 for 6 from the field. Not his best game by any means that we've seen so far in this stretch where he's really found himself, but hopefully we can get a little bit more from him as we progress through the rest of this game. On the bench, where maybe it's been at its best, Achua is 3 for 3 from 3. He's got 11 points. Achua back from injury like 2 weeks ago now, still not quite up to 100%, but looking better by the game, in my opinion. Juancho actually contributing in this game, actually hit a 3-pointer tonight. Rare W for Juancho Hernangomez and Boucher. Man, oh man, sometimes you see games like this and you see what impact he can have on this team. Other games invisible, but today it's one of those games. He's 4 for 5 from 3. He's got 2 offensive rebounds, 6 in total, 9 points. Koloko also doing some good work for the Raptors. On the Hornets side of things, like 4 guys in double digits already. They are making it rain from 3 in this one. Rozier and Ball are balling. Plumlee has not missed from the field yet. Notorious at this point, I think. Raptor killer Mason Plumlee here. And PJ Washington also contributing in the points category. Their bench just did get a little bit beat up by the Raptors bench. But look, as good as we're playing, we got 72 at half. They've got 66. So we got to tighten up a little bit on defense. Field goal percentages, by the way, the 2 worst shooting teams in the entire NBA. And the field goal percentages are 55 for the Raptors, 57 for them. Most importantly, like the 2 worst three-point shooting teams, they're at 47.6%. We're at 50%. So it's the most normal game you'll ever see in Toronto. Rebounding-wise, we are beating them in those categories. I think that's, it's not even down to them shooting more. Raptors just getting the rebounds, just getting those boards. Good to see, getting those extra possessions. Turnovers are a bit of a concern. I don't like to see the Raptors losing in that category. They're the best in the league in the turnover category, one of the best in not turning the ball over, and the best in forcing turnovers. I think they're the best maybe in both categories. Let's try to clean that up a little bit. But along with the three-point shooting, they've got 32 points in the paint to go along with it. It's just everything right now the Hornets want. They're able to get. They're hitting shots. They're getting on the inside. Raptors defense does need to step up a notch because even though this should be a very winnable game and you are up by 6 at halftime, the Hornets are a team that can pile on the points. And right now it's seeming like they are doing that to a very good degree. So you're better than the Hornets. Go show it on the court. Go win this game with your defense. Like if you're going to win just win in general, but you can definitely go find a way to win this game with your defensive work. Rick on Twitter, the offense with Scotty and the defense without Scotty is top 3 in the league. Oh, the offense with Scotty is outstanding, but the defense with him is bad. I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's concerning. Like, he's got all the tools to be a good defender, and he just, isn't consistently enough. There were some concerns last season, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it's been this year. It's crazy. 72-62.5 is just horrendous. I almost like what I'm seeing from the bench, though. You got to like what you see from the bench. Yeah, I don't know what to say. At least we're winning. That's it. Michael Jordan killed Lamelo's career same way he killed in the Hornets franchise. Hey, listen. The Hornets, the only person who killed this team, the Hornets had a max contract caliber player, okay? And they lost him for nothing. So that doesn't help an already like a team that already is in a pretty bad situation. Michael Jordan is the opposite of Michael Jordan's when it comes to owners. He's not a very good, he's not very good at his job in building teams up. Is Fred really that much better than Rozier? Yeah. Better at orchestrating an offense and better on defense, I'd say. Phoenix, I think Otto Porter Jr. opts in and looks to kind of play his value up that season amidst all the injuries. I'd struggle to see him getting any better than that in the offseason, given the fact that he's only going to have played 8 games this year. And that was crazy. I remember when it was his draft class. There were a lot of doubts about him. I was very high on him pre-draft, but a lot of people were very low on him. Sorry, I got a message, got a reply to. One sec. Sorry, I hate this. If you guys, by the way, enjoyed the content, make sure you drop a like. Let's get to 100 likes. We're 30 likes away on today's stream. Going to see the Thursday game. Hoping for an L. L tonight, W Thursday. Well, I'm hoping for I'm hoping for a W in both games. Listen, the Raptors win every game for the rest of the season. They might be the 1 seed, so just gotta obviously not. At the end of the day, I still want this team to win games. Is it MJ's job to build a team? I mean, kind of. You kind of have to. Ownership has to put the right people in place to make the decisions, right? Hawks are demanding a Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert type package for John Collins. No way. Where did you see that? If John Collins, what is John Collins worth? What is John Collins worth in terms of trades? We were minus 2.5. No, we weren't. We were minus 7-ish. Going to the game. The FanDuel same game parlay they put up on screen, that's an alt line. The Raptors were a minus 7 coming into the game today. That's why it's dumb that they put up same game parlays without actual odds, because it's just misleading like that. I didn't think Gobert would be worth what he was. Well, nobody did. And everybody knew from the second it happened, it was a bad trade. Depends where you look. It was 7.5, 7. If you bet into the correct prices, then you could have gotten a 6.5. Actually, what's going on? NBA props. Listen, this is the highest scoring Raptors game maybe of all time right now. Not actually, but no defense, all offense. It's been full throttle this game. A week ago, we saw that disaster Bucks-Raptors game where it was 13-12 after the first quarter. It was like 13-12. It was past that like 2 minutes into this game. It's crazy. James Wiseman needs to be on another team where he's a focal point. I don't even think he's good enough from a G League standpoint to be a team that is there to be the focal point of a team. You can't just make a guy a focal point that doesn't deserve it. Guy straight up stinks. Straight up can't play defense. The Gobert to ruin trade. It actually did, because everybody expects that sort of package now. Fuck Minnesota for making that horrible trade. I seem to be. Wiseman just straight up he can't play defense. He can't. When he plays, he has the worst plus minus in the NBA. John Collins, what's he worth in a trade? I'm not giving 2 firsts for John Collins. I'd give a first. If I'm a team that needs that position, I'd give up a first for John Collins. Like a mid-level first. 15, 16, 17, 18th pick. I think John Collins is worth that, plus like a young player who's solid and salary. But other than like John Collins ain't worth 2 picks. I like John Collins is a fine player, but he ain't worth all that. See, like people, there's a lot of people in chat saying they prefer if the Raptors lose games, they want to fuel the tank. But like on the flip, if the Raptors win, if the Raptors do lose, then there's gonna be more people talk about how bad this team is. It's either, oh, I can't believe we won, we're trying to tank, or it's I can't believe how bad we are, we can't even beat this team. Imagine Golden State drafted Melo. Yeah, I know, man. Imagine the Knicks drafted Halliburton, which they should have. It was so obvious to the entire planet that the Knicks should have drafted Tyrese Halliburton. The Knicks needed a point guard. They needed a point guard. It wasn't like just a fit thing. They needed a point guard. They had the 7th pick, and they passed on Tyrese Halliburton. It was gift wrapped. Tyrese dropped the 7th. It was gift wrapped. Halliburton at 7th. They took Obi fucking Toppin. Crazy, man. Crazy. Granted, they didn't know they were gonna sign. They didn't have Randall at that point, but still, they couldn't have had Tyrese Halliburton. They have Brunson now, though. Yes. He's going to be an all. I don't think Brunson's gonna be an all-star. Do you think he's gonna be an all-star? What am I getting? Nick Richards. Something it's a hot take. I'm not very familiar with the draft. If that's a draft player, I haven't done my investigations into the draft yet, so I can't comment there. I just know, you've got Scoot Henderson, obviously Victor. Those everybody knows. The Thompson twins, everybody knows. I usually my draft knowledge is very bad until like July, where then July onward I know every player who will get drafted, and I know like 20 who might get drafted. The Knicks, you're saying the Knicks need a guy in the All-Star game? Do they, though? I don't think they need one. This ain't the Mickey Mouse All-Star game that they do in the NHL, where every team has to get one player. So bullshit. I don't know. Brunson could make it, but I don't know if they need one. What are they're in a play-in spot right now. Randall could get one. Brunson hasn't screamed all-star to me. Neither has anybody on that team. Nick Richards. Oh man, I have no idea who Nick Richards is. That's embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed. I have no idea who that is on the real, and I feel ashamed of myself. I know most players in the NBA, but that's not one of them. Wow. All right, I'm gonna fixate a little bit more on his game, see what he's got in the second half. On that note, and on that note, we are in the second half. That's embarrassing. I thought I knew everybody who was getting playtime for them. Showing glimpses. I remember the first time, cause like newer guys on teams, if they're on like smaller markets, I just can't follow that much. But like last year, I remember the Raptors played the Pelicans like a few weeks into the season. Oh, he doesn't get playtime. Oh, maybe I'm not embarrassed. The Raptors played the Pelicans like a few weeks into the season, and that was the first time I watched Herb Jones play. And I was just in awe watching this guy defend. He was so good. And I was watching him play. I'm like, I partially knew he was a second round pick, but I was like, do people know about this? This guy's out unbelievable. Do people know about this guy? And the chat was like, yeah. Not not he was a household name at that point, but people knew about Herb Jones. And for good reason, as I said. All right, we're in the second half after all, so let's get talking here. Siakam outside to OG for 3, looking good. And drops in the three, nothing but net. Let's keep it going. Ball in the paint, kicks out to Rozier. Raptors up by 7. The Hornets just, they keep on hanging around here. They keep on staying in this game. They're getting the buckets when they need them. They just keep this game close. The Raptors can't pull away. It's been a week. Say a week. It's been a bit of a down week. Other than like the fourth quarter, it's the Bucks. He had a big game. Okay, maybe it has been that week, but there's games where he's like 23, 8-8, and then the next game he's like 2, 5-3. It's just so inconsistent. 77-72 here. Siakam to VanVleet. Here's another guy inconsistent. VanVleet misses the 3. VanVleet 1 for 6 from the field now. And he's had a good week, but today, a little bit down there. But at least he's also putting in some other stats, but it's a little weak. Ball lays it in, and it's 77-74. I'm not saying Barnes is doing nothing, but you just expect more from the guy, right? Siakam out to VanVleet. Now Anunoby to Barnes. Like, he had a good chance to turn there. McDaniels defending Barnes. Nice move. And there he is. Scotty Barnes spins up and throws the poster down. Was that Plumlee who gets in the way? Right on cue. That's what he's capable of, man. Holy shit. He made that look easy. Plumlee looking to respond. Kicks to McDaniels. And a travel called. All right. Forcing the turnover again. 79-74. If you guys, again, are enjoying the content, remember to smash that like button. Help us get to 100 likes on today's stream. He just made that look so easy. That was insane. Here's Barnes again. Gives it to Siakam. Washington on him. He's liked this matchup all night, and for good reason. Nearly an and one there for Siakam. Siakam is feasting on this Hornets defense. Plumlee not providing the resistance as a help defender that can stump Siakam. And Washington as the primary defender is just somebody that Siakam is getting the better of. And yeah, he's playing out of position. That's part of it. Look, there's nothing I can't forgive here. He's 20. He's playing out of position. These aren't like he's 21. These aren't things that are like I think are like this guy has no future. But it is just like why can't we get more on a consistent basis? Suns fans, this one that he's tagged me said, I said Babyface was going to inherit CP3 curse. Well, I mean, I'd probably be mad if you said that about the Suns fan. He's got the flashes, though, which is good to see. He's got the flashes of his brilliance. Wow, Siakam missed both. I kind of tuned out there. Siakam missed both free throws. Still at 18, still having a good game. That's unfortunate. He is shooting the free throws well this season. He's around 78%, which is very good on his volume. All right, he'll get it back. Plumlee defended by VanVleet here. What are we doing, boys? McDaniels, VanVleet switched on to McDaniels, also not good. But yeah, I guess not much you can do here. LaMelo's got to get guarded by OG. LaMelo, tough shot. End of the shot clock is no good. Rebound by Barnes, who just seems a little bit reinvigorated in the second half so far after a tough first half on defense. All over the court, he seems more motivated. Trent for 3. Ooh, Trent gets it to go. The 3-point party is on. 82-74. 8:04 to go as a timeout is called here by the Charlotte Hornets. Like I said, they just keep on finding ways to stay in the game. So we'll see if all of that continues here. But yeah, Barnes, I mean, undoubtedly he can just kind of switch it on in these scenarios, but like a little, like I would want that level more often type thing, you know? I think that's even for his age. I think that's fair to say, even for his age. I want like we see the massive games, and I understand there's going to be inconsistencies with the player his age, but I want to see. I want to see it a little bit more often. Those flashes type thing. I think that's again. I think that's fair for the player. They also don't know that it's another fair point. They don't run the plays for him. That's another fair point. 100%. They could do that a bit more. They could do more to get him involved. But it was also a small lack of aggression sometimes. Like part of it, yes, they don't run enough plays to him, but part of it is like I see him with opportunities that doesn't always take, which there was a little bit more selfishness in his game against the Blazers, where if he's at the rim, if he had a good shot, he was going to take it. Where even if there's like an open guy, like if he had a good shot, he'd take it. He'd get his easy two because he knows it's an easy two for him. Can Scottie become a Ben Simmons caliber player in year 3? I think it depends largely on what team is around him. If the Raptors, I find this unlikely, but they commit fully to a rebuild, 100%. If they continue to use Barnes as a center and out of position, then I don't know about that. Well, the center main roles, well, not always. There's certainly a lot of centers in the league who aren't like that. But I guess he's been asked to do a different job for this team. All these things are fair. All these things are fair. Anyhow, we got a game to win. J. Cole in the house. Look at that. Played for the Scarborough Shooting Stars in the CEBL quite famously. Rozier for 3 out of the timeout. That's just a tough bucket, man. 82-77. Just playing like Draymond. That's a good comparison. Barnes, here you go. Got a lane to the rim. Misses the layup. That's a good look. All right, good look, good shot. I like that he attacked that, though. He saw the opening. Lamelo Ball steps in, feeds Plumlee, who puts in the reverse slam, and the Hornets quickly make up 5 points and make this 82-79. VanVleet. Nice feed to Siakam. Back to Barnes. Now VanVleet for 3. Can he get one to fall? This one also doesn't fall. VanVleet struggling from the field again today. He's another one. Man, the inconsistencies with Fred. Feeling like he's back, and then he is in a game like this again. Siakam turns it over. Here come the Hornets with Plumlee. Looking to get it to a teammate and gets it to Ball. LaMelo. I'd call timeout on the make if I was Toronto. 11 on the shot clock. Rozier to McDaniels. Behind the back to the rim. Foul, and he's going to head to the line. Big complaint here about Raptors fans. We are clingy to talent we develop. Well, loyalty is strength because you build up DeRozan to the point where you can trade him for Kawhi. The Raptors, with that DeRozan trade, they hit their natural ceiling. They had to do something. I think fans can be a little bit attached to players with the Raptors. I think that's definitely sometimes a problem, is overvaluation of players. I feel like any fan base would do this, but sometimes I can see the criticism there that fans can get a bit too attached to players in Toronto. We love our team. I mean, fans, we love this team. We love the guys on this team, except for Fred, apparently. But I see it, like I said. Koloko to VanVleet. VanVleet to Barnes. Now to Trent. LaMelo Ball guarding. Trent for 3, sidesteps, and connects again. Gary showing off in the second half here after a somewhat subdued first half. 6 to go in the third. 85-80. It's going to be, both teams might hit triple digits by the end of this quarter. 3 ball for McDaniels off the mark. Raptors trying to get the offense going again here. VanVleet to Siakam. Now Trent for 3 again. This one is off. Koloko. Wow, he flew in, nearly got that one down, but couldn't haul in the rebound. Full court play for McDaniels. No good. Raptors again with Trent. He's got Siakam, and he just somehow tips it to Siakam, who gets fouled there. Trent's upset with himself because if the initial pass had gone there, it would have been an easy 2, but Lamelo Ball did a good job hustling back to just bail out his team. But Trent's got to make that pass. At least he partially saved it, and Siakam can hopefully clean it up at the line. Last time he was at the line, he missed both. How about a couple makes here, Pascal? And first one is good. Juancho checking in for the Raptors. Had a nice half in the first. Lamelo coming forward for the Hornets. Defended by Barnes. Rozier to Washington. Back to Ball. Barnes defending. Corner for Dennis Smith. This is the lowest plus minus in the first half. Fadeaway here is no good. Rebound by Juancho. Raptors up by 7. Full court to Barnes, who can't handle the pass. Tough one to corral, but probably will be upset he didn't. Plumlee is fouled, and Plumlee, we are going to be graced by the free throw form of Mason Plumlee here yet again. 20 likes away from 100. Everybody, if you are enjoying the content, please make sure to give us a thumbs up. Help us get some more recommended pages as we get set for a possible grandstand fourth quarter. If you are enjoying the content and you want to see more live streams like this, we do one for every Raptors game pretty much, unless I'm on vacation, which I will be in a couple weeks for 2 games. But anyways, if you want to see a Raptors watch party like this for every Raptors game, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I also do videos all throughout the week, analyzing things about this team, going through reports, trade talk, everything, analysis. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Amateur Sports. First free throw was no good for Mason Plumlee. Second one is the 60% free throw shooter. Cans one of them to make it a 6-point game. Plumlee he's just like there's no need for the second hand there. It's all one hand. Siakam is fouled, and 1 for Siakam. We will take that. Pascal Siakam fighting his way to the rim and getting the foul and the score.
Mama, there goes that man.
How about that, Martin? Which one is this? Cody Martin, this one? Siakam not as amped as I thought he'd be there. I wanted to yell there. But 22 now for Pascal. 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Just a casual night for the All-Star. Hopefully. Better fucking be an All-Star, man. Siakam puts it in from the line. Dennis Smith to... I don't know who that is. Siakam better be an all-star lock, man. Martin to Rozier. Spins off. Nice defense by Hernan Gomez, but man, Scary Terry. He's got that in his bag, bro. Juancho was all over him for that, but he still hits it from behind, like a three-pointer, like behind the rim or the backboard. You know what I mean? Barnes outside to Juancho. Pump fakes to 3. I don't know why he pumped there. Just, bro, trust your shot and hit that. Rozier to the rim And he lays it in. Rozier, what's that? 26 for Terry Rozier. I told you, he's kind of a Raptor killer. 90 to 85 now. Will the Raptors go beyond the triple digits inside 3 quarters? They have 336 to get 15. VanVleet for 3 doesn't go. He just can't hit a shot today. They're all rimming out. VanVleet, can he get the rim? Kicks out to Juancho. Extra pass to Siakam. Misses the 3. Rebound to Plumlee. Good looks over there. Dennis Smith going forward and hands off to Rozier. Siakam is defending him here. 12 in the shot clock for Rozier. Fires it to Dennis Smith. The almost NFL tight end to Plumlee. Kicks it out. 3 ball in the corner. Drops. And 90 to 88. Nice set there by the Hornets. But from a Raptors perspective here, this Hornets team just continues to stay in this game. 90 to 88. No need for me to tell you that the defense has not really been on point here. Jeez. Try to just seeing scores around the league. The 76ers are up 127 to 99 on the Detroit Pistons. Yikes. Let's see what's going on with the Miami Heat Thunder. 1 sec. Miami up 77-72 on the Thunder, and all the games are, the next game is about to start in the Cleveland, Utah. Gotta give them credit. Hey, they're not going away. You're right. Plumlee's he's having a solid game. It's kind of a meme nowadays, but Plumlee's got 14 points, 5 rebounds. I don't think I'll ever forget watching Mason Plumlee drop a triple-double on the Raptors. You'd think that's rock bottom. It wasn't. There was actually worse that year, but it feels pretty close, man. It feels pretty close. VanVleet's struggling again. Yeah. I feel for him because like they're right on, like they're all rimming out here. It's not like he's bricking any of these, but 0 for 5 from 3 is an ugly one again. When has the Raptors defense been on point this season? Early in the year, the defense was on and the offense was more so off. I'd say that's been more of the theme before December. December onwards, it's been a disaster. But up until December, the defense was fine. It was just, scoring enough. And then there's a lot where we're scoring plenty, like tonight, but the defense can't keep it out. Oh, the Jeremy Lamb 3-point. We obviously will remember that. Rock bottom. The most rock bottom I've ever felt as a Raptors fan was in the Tampa season. The Houston Rockets were on either a 20 or 21 game losing streak, and they snapped it against us. John Wall got a triple-double. I have never felt lower as a Raptors fan. Maybe like in the Bargnani days, but I don't think I ever felt that profound rock bottom feeling as I did when the Raptors lost that game to the Houston Rockets. That is the worst I've ever felt as a fan of this team. But hey, this season is giving me flashbacks. Some of these games. Barnes turnaround with the right doesn't go. Those are the ones that are just automatic for him when he's confident in flow. 2-point game here. Hornets will not go away, but they haven't had the lead in quite some time. For whatever reason, I wasn't watching that Jeremy Lamb game live, so I didn't feel that as many others would. 90-90. I was watching the Kyrie Irving one live. 9-0 run here by the Hornets. And the Raptors go to their bench looking for some answers. The bench provided it in the first half. Hernan Gomez on the interior with the left, no good. Koloko rebound, puts it in to restore the Raptors' advantage. Dennis Smith to Rozier. Here come the Hornets again. Rebound inside by, is that Williams? Who misses, but he is going to head to the line here. Rozier, he just has these games, man. Rozier's a solid player, and he's a streaky guy, but he's a solid player overall. The live in-game total is 246.5. Christ. Well, I'll tell you what. It is a good day to have the over 228.5. It's a very good day to have that. That should hit. Would you sign Thomas Bryant instead of Otto Porter? Listen, I mean, hindsight's 2020, but if there's the graphic saying Joe Wieskamp is 33. He's I think he's 23. I believe that's a typo. He's not 33. He's 23, I think. Okay, yeah, Jack Arms was confirming. He's not 33. Don't worry, guys. What was I talking about? Oh, Brian. If you, like, in hindsight's 2020, but if you were concerned about injuries, then Thomas Bryant was a guy you wanted to stay far and away from. Now, I liked him. I wanted to sign Thomas Bryant because I like him as a player, but there was a risk there. And Otto Porter Jr., when healthy, can fill like a big role for this team. He just hasn't been healthy as the Hornets now take the lead again. 5 shots in a row don't go for the Raptors. Slowing down here in the Hornets. All gas, no brakes. Siakam to Flynn. Come on, Malachi. Big shot. Malachi Flynn wakes up. Hits his first shot of the game. Yeah, Joey Scamp's 33. He got drafted a couple of years ago. He got waived pretty quick by the Spurs. All right, I think he got waived. I don't know if he got waived or his contract. I don't know what it was, but the Raptors have a better winning percentage of teams over 500. We play down to our competition and play up to it as well. Shot doesn't go there for the Hornets. 95-94. Malachi Flynn slowing it down. Shot clock separated by about 5.5 seconds here. 15 on the shot clock. Siakam. Let this man cook. 10 on the shot clock. Siakam. Is that McDaniels on him? Taking it to the rack and fouled. Getting McDaniels to bite into that contact. Yeah, I know he's drafted by the Spurs 41st. I just don't know how he left so quick. If they didn't like what they saw, if he got waived, if his contract expired, I don't know what it was. Well, Otto played 63 games last season, so there was some optimism. I get that he's like, there's other seasons where he's played like 14. There's a season where he played 15 games. I get all these things, but it's not like they signed him to a massive deal. They signed him to a very cheap contract. I thought he was worth like 9 to 10 million. They signed him for 6 million. Twins if Siakam gets you 94, appreciate that. Hopefully he can knock it down right now at the line. Siakam on 24. Let's catch this free throw for the third quarter. Oh my God, this guy missed. That's tough. That's tough. Oh well. He'll hit it. He'll get a point. 96-94. Martin at the buzzer for 3 is off the mark. That will wrap up the third quarter. Raptors up 96-94. This Otto thing, hindsight's 2020. $6 million for Otto seemed like a dream sort of signing for this team. It's not working out. It's unfortunate, but if I was back in the front office's shoes in the summer, I'd sign Otto Porter Jr. for $6 million. No, I don't think Siakam will play like 10 minutes in the third quarter or fourth quarter, 9 to 10 minutes. I think it'll be fine. Let's go to the box score. You do it again every time. For real. Let's go to the boxer here. So Siakam, 24 points on 8 for 13 shooting. My man's balling. Getting to the line plenty to go along with it. 5 assists and 5 rebounds too. Just a casual night for Siakam, if you ask me. OG having a great night. 14 points, 4 for 5 from 3. Good to see. Barnes, offensively, stats don't really do it justice. He's playing fine. Yeah, you want more scoring, but he's playing a role here for this team who is scoring plenty. Defense is part of the issue for Barnes, which has cleaned up in the second half. VanVleet, back to his shooting woes. It's not like one of those games where everything is way off. He's had like 3 or 4 threes, just rim out, but they aren't falling for him again. He's 1 for 8 from the field. At least he's piling on other stats here. 6 rebounds, 6 assists, but man, oh man, VanVleet's shooting woes are concerning. Again, Trent really found his footing in the second half. He's on 15 points on 3 for 6 shooting from 3, 4 for 9 from the field. Only other stat is 1 steal, so it's a classic Gary Trent straight bucket getter game. On the bench, Achua had a great second quarter and then wasn't used in the third quarter, which, okay, Nick. Like, I guess the rotation has Achua starting the second and fourth quarter, but, I mean, he was balling. Unless he's on a minutes restriction, that doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Boucher also, great second quarter, doesn't play in the third quarter. Like, again, that just doesn't make sense to me, the way he's playing. Team stat-wise, Raptors have come down a little bit from the field goal standpoint, not from 3. The Hornets have stayed right up there and are continuing to knock shots down at a consistent rate. These, by the way, are the 2 worst three-point shooting teams in the NBA at about 32.5% each, knocking down everything tonight. Turnovers still not forcing enough. You want to force more of your other Raptors, and you want to get over the line and win this game. It looks like it's going to come down to the wire. I get he's getting limited for minutes, Achua, which, look, if that's the case, it makes sense. Raptors start off the quarter with a miss, and we're underway in the fourth. Remember, guys, if you're enjoying the content, please remember to drop a like, take a second out of your day, and hit that like button. It does help the channel out a lot. Lamelo deep 3, no good. If you want to see a live stream like this for every Raptors game, you can also subscribe to Amateur Sports. And with those live streams, you also get videos all throughout the week. It's usually 6 or 7 videos a week. So it's essentially daily content here. And if you go subscribe to my other channels, Amateur TV, Amateur Clips, and Amateur Bets, you'll get well over 7 pieces of content a week. So I appreciate that, man. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for sharing with the Twitter following. That means a lot, man. Going out of your way to do something like that. Just happy there's people having fun with the stream. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Gary Trent at the line hits the free throw to make it a 3-point game. What good free agent signing have the Raptors ever made? Like, none. Quite honestly. What's the best free agent signing in Raptors history? So the DeMarre Carroll. So as far as like when it was signed, the moment it was signed, the best is DeMarre Carroll by a lot. Horrible signing. When we say free agents, let's think of guys who were on a different team the year before, as 3-ball drops the Hornets. Different team the year before that decided to join a new team and sign for the Raptors. Because best free agent signing in history is DeMar DeRozan in this scenario. But for a player that left their team to come to this team, I guess Fred was undrafted free agent, so you did sign him as a free agent. That's a good loophole. Let's say a player that left their current team to sign with us. It actually might be Boucher. It could be Biyombo. It actually, Boucher is actually a really good shout there. Big Turk, Hito Turkoglu, man, he was so good on Orlando, and he came here and did nothing. Boucher it kind of works though. He was technically a Golden State Warrior. I think that fits our criteria. The fact that we're like grasping at straws here really shows you we don't have that free agent pull in Toronto, unfortunately. You saw it well, deep spot 3. I know he didn't make it, but I feel like the defense failed. I feel like you get a guy wide open, you have done your job defensively. Yeah, especially him. You know he can hit that. Listen, when we signed Otto Porter Jr., Gary Trent and one there, when we signed Otto Porter Jr., I was not even joking, saying this is probably the best free agent signing the Raptors have ever made. It is very low bar. And chat have very low bar. What does that even mean? I mean, look, if Otto next season has a good year on $6.3 million, that could be a thing. But I don't know how long he's even going to be out for. It's such a disaster. All right, let's forget about that. Let's get into the game here. It's 102.99. I think you have to be a Canadian citizen to get that, though. So I don't know if he still gets that. But wouldn't he get it with the team? I guess he's getting surgery, so it wouldn't be with the team. I have no idea. I'm sure he's got plenty of money, by the way. Martin for 3, and it just gets stuck on the side of the backboard. Nice defense all around there. Getting some good energy. I know his wife is from Toronto. I don't know if he has that citizenship. I don't know. I'm not focused on Otto Porter Jr.'s citizenship. Good defense all out there. Boucher and Flynn disrupting that shot. Boucher having a good start to this quarter. Was really good in that second quarter along with Achua. Boucher, I was surprised not to see any minutes there. I agree, Phoenix. That was in play for sure, but he doesn't regret his decision. Oh, Jay's free agent pull is somehow like really good. Carry building trade value. I am not as sold on trading him. Jump ball was won there by the Hornets. Like, Gary provides a lot of what this team is missing. Shot creation and floor spacing. And he's 23. I guess it's only the fear that he leaves in the summer for free, which makes sense. Jared Sullinger, that's fair. Williams, and it's out of bounds, completely thrown away. He says it was off a Raptor, but Hornets are not going to challenge here. Who else we move? Like, I mean, yeah. I guess you can't do nothing. I would be a little bit sore to see Trent leave if we better get a good deal. Achua down low, nice bucket for Precious, having his best game since his return from injury by far. I'd like to keep Trent. Lamelo, tough shot, no good. Boucher rebound. Boucher going other way to Achua now. Kick it out. Boucher trying to just get the ball out of his hand. Nice handoff to Trent. Out to Boucher, gonna pull a 3. And he gets it. Boucher's great game continues. And he makes it a 107-99 score here. Good stuff by the Raptors, keeping this game in check. It's just every time the Hornets have made it interesting, the Raptors have found another level to just maintain the lead, stay out in that advantage. And people like Boucher, people like Achua have definitely been contributing to that. Bench really showing up today. It's been a solid bench week. We had that ugly, like, back-to-back games. They got 3 points, but the Portland game was good. And today's game has been excellent. Bench points today is well into, it might even touch the 40s for bench points tonight, which is unheard of for the Toronto Raptors. Let's have a look here on the Raptors bench. 12 for Boucher, 13 for Achua, 5 for Hernan Gomez. That's 30 right there. We're at 39. That's not 30. That's 20 right there. We got 29 bench points tonight for the Raptors. So excellent so far here. We're going to touch 30, it seems. Yeah, that Barnes dunk was pretty crazy. I would trade for him to keep Gary. I don't disagree. That being said, are you going to get a good deal for Fred? I don't know. Are you going to get a good deal for Trent? I think you very well can get a good trade offer for Gary Trent. That's the thing. So, market value is something in play. Fit-wise, I think Gary Trent makes more sense. Who's more likely to stay in free agency? Fred VanVleet is. Who's more likely to get a better trade package? Gary Trent is. There's a whole host of things and a whole host of decisions that I'm sure the Toronto Raptors are kind of running through at the moment. All I got to say is this is why I don't want to ever be the decision maker in these areas. Yeah, the Sixers dummied the Pistons, by the way. Good day to have an over in that game. The Pistons lost 147 to 116. We have 39 bench points. Did I do my math? I did my math wrong. I'm so stupid, aren't I? I'm so stupid. We have 39, not 29. I graduated a while ago, man. Even the Raptors signed a Hall of Fame top 5 center all time, it went wrong. I don't know if I'd put Aaron Baines top 5 center all time, but I mean, he might be in that conversation, I guess. Who would have thought it would go so wrong there? Back from the timeout, Lamelo Ball inside to Washington, now Plumlee, and one for Mason. We are still Baines. Yes, indeed we are. Steven, I know you still have, I hope you still have the shirt. I don't know yet. I hope you still have the shirt, man. I still have my Baines shirt. Aaron Baines is not in the NBA. He's playing in the NBL, whatever the Australian league is. Remember, he had that nerve damage that almost paralyzed him pretty much. Wait, maybe one day I can sign it. Plumlee free throw is money. Did Plumlee give one of these after the free throw? Plumlee's such a joker. MSJ, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate that, dropping it in, and always just consistent dodos here, really helping out the chat. It will appear also as a notification in just a second here as it runs through Streamlabs. But thank you, MSJ, for the support. The KFC, I have my merch as well. I just don't really wear it. Here comes the money. MSJ, there it is. Thank you so much again for that super chat. Change of scenery, do Hartenstein so good. I have been a big fan of Isaiah Hartenstein for a couple of years now. Was Aaron Baines really good for the Raptors Tampa? He was really good at helping us get Scotty Barnes in the draft. Jalen said he wanted to sign with Toronto for his last NBA game a few months ago. Did he actually? That'd be weird. Jeremy Lin is a weird one because after he won the chip, he was out of the NBA, but he was absolutely balling in the G League. For some reason, he never got another NBA opportunity. For whatever reason, I always felt he was good enough to warrant a chance again, but never got it. Gary Trent with the strip on Washington. Raptors in transition. Can Trent finish the play? He kicks to Achua. Can he finish the play? He cannot. This time it doesn't fall for Achua. I get it. There is some there are plenty of players who are bad defensively who have roles in the NBA. I don't know. I felt like it was a guy who warranted a 10-day contract in that season. There were so many 10-day contracts going around, and he wasn't one who got one, which I thought was weird. Paul Watts, I forgot about that guy. Who remembers the Paul Watson 30 bomb against was it OKC? And then the very next game he got 0 points. OG at the rim. He's stuffed at the rim, but gets it back, kicks it to Flynn, who gets in the paint, fadeaway jumper, and Flynn is fouled. He's going to head to the line here. I feel like Malachi Flynn rarely shoots free throws. All I know about Jeremy Lin is that there's a banner hung in an NBA arena that says champion on it, and his name is there. Raptors player with the biggest cult following. Serge's got to be up there. I have current team as Flynn misses the free throw. Current team, I mean, it's got to be Barnes. He's in like every commercial. He does the Twitch. He does the YouTube. He's got to be the top right now. Juancho's got a bit of it too. Yeah, Juancho as well because of the all-time. Oh, Rondé Hollis Jefferson, of course. I'll never forget. All-time. I don't know. Who would you say it is? Dennis Smith fouled there by Flynn. 7:22 to go. Matt Bonner. Yeah, you know, that's probably it. Yeah. Matt Bonner's still out there. I think he's a coach now somewhere. Yeah, Vin's still up there, I guess. But like Colt Fall, probably more of a legend. A cult hero is more lower scale guys that just you always remember. Malcolm Miller, no chance. Malcolm Miller also on a banner, by the way. Plumlee, layup is no good. Good defense by Barnes. Here come the Raptors in transition with Flynn, and he's blocked at the rim. Looked like they got there just before it hit the backboard. 3-ball for Lamelo, and the Hornets will not go away. It is a 1-point game. Okay, we got to get serious here. We might actually lose to the fucking Charlotte Hornets. Jamario Moon. Is that guy in jail? Guys, remember that scandal? Siakam to Flynn. Open in the corner. Come on, Flynn. Doesn't go. Boucher. Sorry, OG can't get in the putback there. Rozier defending. Sorry, Rozier defended by VanVleet. Now Smith. Washington out to Smith to give the Hornets the lead. No good. Rebound Plumlee. Rozier to give the Hornets the lead. No good. Rebound Siakam. Barnes to VanVleet. VanVleet looking for something. OG in the corner for 3. Fades away and connects. Massive 3-ball for OG. Makes it 111-107. Lamelo to Rozier. Back to Lamelo. Rozier again. Lamelo again. Out to Rozier. Drives inside. Puts outside to Lamelo. Good defense, but Barnes just does enough to disrupt the shot. We got a new returning member of the Amateur Hour Army. Thank you, Steven Brankovic, for doing that. And to celebrate, OG cans the big three-pointer again. 114-107. Steven, a long time member from the last time we were doing streams on YouTube a while ago. And that is now a full year that he has been a member in separate stints. But shout out. Shout out. That's why he's a GOAT. Thank you so much for becoming a member and joining the Amateur Hour Army Veterans Club. Appreciate that so much, man. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and the brand over the years. 114-107. Siakam driving inside. Kicks it to nobody, but the ref is there. Ref makes a call. Well, I'm happy, man. Yeah. Thanks for the long time support. Again, I can't understate how grateful I am. Would you trade OG package for Cat? I mean, that's just tough. Depends what the package is. Cat's defense is scary because it's not good. Siakam to VanVleet. Fred, can he hit one? Finally, Fred comes alive late in the game. That's his first 3 of the night. Not a lot of reaction there. But the Raptors, big-time players, make some big-time plays. 3 straight threes. Turns the 1-point game into a 10-point game. Diddly D. Fred VanVleet. All right, back up by 10. Raptors in prime position now to go out and win this game. It would be pretty disastrous with just with about 4 minutes to go to not win this game, but we know crazy things can happen in the modern NBA. We'll see how all of it does unfold. Really do. wonder what the Hornets commentators like. Man, poor guys, the Hornets commentators, because they got to deal with such a, like, with respect, like, the team sucks this year. They've had so many unfortunate circumstances with bad contracts, with a guy joining the prison team rather than signing a max contract. You just kind of feel for Hornets fans, you know what I mean? They had to deal with the horror show of the Charlotte Bobcats being a thing. Oh man. What happens to Juancho? They might just let him walk. I don't know. Too far away here. All right, Raptors. They kind of fell asleep. Let the Hornets back into this game. They made it 108-107. Had a couple of threes that would have given them the lead, but they missed. And Raptors, make or miss league, they get the big shots to fall in the big circumstances. OG was two with 2 threes, one of which a fadeaway. And then Fred VanVleet connecting his first three-pointer of the night gets us into this position here where the Raptors are leading by 10 points late on in this game. Until the front office decides to make the trade that kind of confirms the tank, I support these players in winning games. The team is out there to win games. I'm a fan. It's fun seeing them win games. That being said, I'm also like, if we lose games, I'm like, okay, whatever. That helps us with a draft pick. So I wouldn't necessarily call it a win-win, but it certainly is kind of close to that. But the front office, I think, is going to give this group as much time as possible. It's a pretty favorable stretch. And the Raptors, by the way, I saw on Twitter today, the Raptors have the single easiest schedule remaining in the NBA. The easiest schedule in the NBA calculated based on opposition win percentages at this point in time. We have the easiest strength of schedule remaining. So maybe something's there. We'll see. Jimmy's 20 for 20 on free throws. My God. 117-107. How will the Hornets respond? It's a steal by Barnes. Here we come the other way. Raptors slow it down and turn it over. Hornets get it right back on the errant pass by VanVleet. Ball floater. Good look. Should have hit, but doesn't. Rebound by Barnes. Siakam turning into a free throw merchant. I love it. Siakam. Also, can he score at the rim? Of course he can. Siakam puts it away. Is that his 20? That is the over for Siakam points. I know NBA Props had that in chat. Good dub. Rozier, a step back three. Doesn't go. Hornets in the clutch. Can't hit there. Gary Trent to Scotty Barnes. Now VanVleet for three. VanVleet drops another one. And that is the over, which I had in this game. So there's my win as well. Raptors pile it on out of the timeout. Hornets need to talk it over again, but when the Raptors needed it most, they got their best. And when we needed him most, it's been a tough shooting night, but in the biggest moments, he's gotten us the shots to help us get over the line here. 3 Raptors have 20 points in this one. Siakam, Anunoby, and Gary Trent. It's been an offensive showcase by the Raptors. Not so much on defense, but hey, we'll take the wins any way we can get them at this point in time, like I said many times already. Look, whether you want VanVleet to get traded, whether you want him to stay, there can be nothing wrong with him playing good basketball. It's either upping his trade value or it's helping the team, whichever way you look at it. So if your agenda is against Fred VanVleet, whatever, having him play well, it can do no wrong for the guy. Yeah, Hornets just completely fell asleep in the clutch here, and the Raptors are taking full advantage of that situation. Just checking on the Cleveland-Utah game. Utah up 29-24. Donovan Mitchell has 12 points already. Holy shit. Your agenda's against every East team. Me as well. Rozier going inside, and finally a bucket for the Hornets, ending the 14-0 run by Toronto. It was 108-107, and it ballooned up to 122-107 until Rozier right there ended the run. 3 minutes to go. Barnes with the ball. Raptors going to use the clock a little bit, but a foul called against Plumlee. Been very few whistles overall in this game, I feel. What was I going to say? So how do you guys feel about teams in the clutch that just run the entire shot clock and then like they're winning in the clutch? It's like a 2-possession game and they run the entire shot clock and sacrifice getting a better look just to waste more time. How do you guys feel about that? I'm sure somebody who has access to to data on this sort of thing can come up with a reasonable amount of evidence that would suggest you're better off just trying to get your points. I don't have it, but I feel like maybe, yeah, if there's like 40 seconds left, then sure. But even still, I feel like you should still design a set to free yourself up for a shot rather than a guy just hang on to the ball. Now, even still, you should find a play that you can take a bit longer to run, but still get yourself a good shot. Your goal should always be to score. Gary Trent for 3. Doesn't go there. Tipped out of bounds. It'll be Hornets ball. 2:19 to go. Raptors up by 12. You see when Jaws running the clock, he's leaving the ball. Letting the clock. Yeah. Like, people complain, but literally, like, you can just run up close to him and he won't do that. Right? Ball, layup, and he's fouled, gonna head to the line. Like, people, like, I've seen people say the NBA needs to change that rule because of Ja Morant. Like, there's an easy way to stop him. You just run up near him, and he won't be able to do that. You're facing Prime Warriors. Maybe, but, like, if you're facing Prime Warriors, you're gonna feel like they're gonna score again. So you'd rather get a good shot to try to pile on the offense, I'd say. Fred's not. I mean, if the Raptors get Fred at max, then I might try to hunt down Masai Ujiri and find his house, man. Not actually, though. For legal purposes, I'm not actually going to do that. Ja Morant is just taking advantage of a rule that, like, you can easily stop him. It's like a goalie in soccer doing the same thing instead of picking up the ball. 2 minutes to go here. Raptors in prime position to win this game. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please remember to drop a like and consider subscribing for live streams like this for every game as Barnes nearly turns it over. Instead, it's McDaniels who can't quite keep it in bounds. I wonder if they will give a reset of a shot clock. I don't think they will, nor should. 123, 113. Who are valid jars on it? That's... I think it's even. I think it's even. VanVleet inbounds, nearly turned over. Siakam's got a yank a 3. No good. Trent pops up the rebound, though. Fresh 14 here for Toronto. Scotiabank Arena. Raptors in the bonus. 7 on the shot clock. Trent wants the ISO with Plumlee. Step back 3. Doesn't go. Rebound. Siakam. Layup is good. Siakam keeps it coming. He's up to 28 points in the game. Ball, tough reverse layup, responds and keeps it at 10. 125, 115 here. Why you don't need to change the rule because you can just stop him easily. And then what would be the cue to start the clock as soon as it's inbounded? I mean, what if you need more time to shoot? Trent for 3. Bang! That is the dagger. That is the game. Hornets are not coming back from that. Rozier bucket. I mean, that's the dagger. That is what the Raptors needed. High octane offensive showdown here. Overall, we'll give the star boy. OG. Oh, OG putting on the show. Oh, my goodness. To the rim. Absolutely crushes it at the rim. Oh, my goodness. OG puts a cherry on top of this resounding offensive display. Yeah, it wasn't a great defensive night, but you got the offense here. An exclamation mark with that OG dunk. Man, get out of his way. Plumlee's second time on a poster tonight. That's tough, man. That's tough buckets. Raptors up 130-17 with 37 seconds to go. They really call a timeout. This game's done, bro. But it's just it's another one where you're like, wait, what are they looking at here? Oh, the officials are, we're challenging something. Why? Okay. All right, challenge. Let's delay the inevitable here. Yeah, it's another one of those games where the defense sucks, but the offense is good. Whereas other games, the offense sucks, but the defense is good. That Portland game, actually, I say a lot of times it never clicks all together. I felt like that Portland game, everything really did click in that game, which was nice to see. Both ends of the floor, individual performances. So I'll spare them a little bit over there. Nurse is a sicko. Winning streak. This will equal the largest winning streak of the season at 32 points. Or what was I even talking about? So the largest winning streak of the season at two. Raptors, I was thinking 3. They have never had a 3-game winning streak yet this season. And shout out to you guys for helping us hit 100 likes on today's stream. Let's keep it going with the likes if you guys are enjoying the content, and only if you are enjoying the content, of course. And if you guys want to, see a live stream like this for every Raptors game and videos all throughout the week, like a video tomorrow, a stream Thursday, a video Friday, a stream Saturday, likely a video Sunday. You want to see all of that, get subscribed to Amateur Hour Sports. Tons of Raptors content. If you like the Raptors, you're going to like Amateur Hour Sports. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Adam is enjoying the content, and he's not biased because he's a moderator. Man, how long are they reviewing this? We know this game is done. So fortunately, Raptors, like I said, the easiest strengths of schedule remaining. They have the Hornets today, of course. Win. They have the Hornets on Thursday. Good opportunity to win. They have the Hawks, then another one at home. After that, Hawks are pretty vulnerable there too. Hey, Rob, thank you, man. Thank you for tweeting out the link, and thank you for joining on the stream. Appreciate it. As always, keep doing your thing. Performance of the game. Is it OG? They're giving OG the performance of the game? We're numb to Pascal's greatness. Nah, OG had a great game still. Siakam has 28, 8, and 7. That's special right there. Man, I'd hate to see that on another team. Because I know Siakam is going to be an all-star, all-NBA guy, I think, for years to come. And, man, how painful would it be to see Siakam thriving in a different uniform? How sad would you be? Yeah, OG's the efficient guy tonight. 8 for 12, 6 for 7 for 3. OG's the player of the game. I was only joking. Raptors need a few 4+ game winning. I mean, let's start with one. Let's take it all one at a time. How are they still reviewing this? Figure it out, guys. Challenge is successful. All right. Challenge is successful. Why not? Right? Why not? Still a real one. Welcome back to the game. Damn, I have on my NBA betting show today, we gave out a Jared Allen bet. Or my co-host gave out a Jared Allen bet, and he's questionable to return with an illness now. So that is not good. Rozier, sidestep 3, got past OG and makes it a 10-point game. So Hornets still wanting to stay in this. May need call time. Nope. Barnes gets out of the situation, and he's going to head to the line here. Pad the points a little bit. Would look nicer. Barnes is just being asked to do a bit of a different role today. I mean, it's just, they don't run for him. I mean, he could be better. They don't run for him. It's not a great spot for Barnes as he hits the first free throw. He's had a fine game. Barnes is the glue guy today. Yeah, good way of describing it. Barnes hits both free throws. Lamelo doesn't hit the other way. Rebound is tipped out of bounds. It's a Raptors ball. Shot clock is off as we're under 24 seconds. 20 seconds to go. I think the Hornets will let this one play out, and they will. All right, so Raptors win their second game in a row. Regardless of your opinion on the team, as I always say, the players are out there to win the game. They're getting paid to go out there and try to win basketball games. That's what they were able to achieve tonight against these Charlotte Hornets. It is just the Hornets, but you can only play what is in front of you, and what it was in front of you was an 11-30 team. Low-hanging fruit. The Raptors have not taken enough advantage of that this season. Today, they took care of business despite the poor defensive display. So, good stuff every there. Good stuff, everybody. We'll take it. We'll take it. Like I always say, like I have been saying, I like watching wins. I'm a fan of this team. I'm a fan of the players. Losses are also fine for draft picks, but overall, it's nice to see some wins. If you're a member, you can get that W emote in chat. Let's see it, everybody. Celebrate the winning style here. Bring back the tradition. We used to always do this stuff. All right, let's get into our post-game show. We can wrap it up and go to bed, everybody. The Raptors equal their longest win streak of the season at 2 by taking down these Charlotte Hornets. Amidst some bad defense, there was some outrageous offensive performances that you need to see. Let's break it all down for you in tonight's post-game show. All right, everybody, welcome back on Amateur Hour for tonight's post-game show. The Raptors just took care of business against these Charlotte Hornets, winning 132-120. The Raptors pretty much led throughout this game, but the Hornets were always just right there with this team. They're always right behind us, keeping in the game with their scoring, some really good performance from them, some poor defense by the Raptors. But in the biggest moments of the game, the Raptors got the big players to hit the big shots. The Charlotte Hornets did not get that, and we win our second game in a row here on this homestand. Go to 5 games under 500 with another date against these Charlotte Hornets coming up again on Thursday. Whatever your opinion is on this team, you might say that losing is better. I think that's a fair thing to say, but this team is out there to win games. These players are being put out there to try and win games, and I'm supportive of that. I also understand that if you lose game, it could be better for a draft pick, so I'm okay with that as well. That being said, the Raptors, valued based on opposition win percentages, have the easiest schedule remaining in the entire NBA. The front office, there hasn't been any action yet other than the 10-day contract for Wieskamp. However, the front office, there's so much evidence, there's so many rumors going out right now suggesting that the front office is open for business. They are discussing things. They're actively shopping guys, looking for players, all this stuff. But they're going to give this team, I think, as much time as possible. And I think they're going to wait until the trade deadline before really pulling the trigger on anything and seeing what this team can do. And with an easier schedule coming up, if the Raptors can take advantage, then there will be a decision that needs to be made by the front office. But a decision absolutely at some point does need to be made by that front office, as I mentioned. But easiest schedule coming up. Another game against the Hornets coming up. Big chance to win 3 games in a row, extend that win streak to 3. And Look, January is a lighter schedule with Raptors. I'm just keeping open to the possibilities. I'm open to the possibilities of winning. I'm open to the possibilities of losing. I am keeping an open mind. But this game in particular was a win for the Raptors. It was a very high-scoring game, unlike many Raptors games, but 132 to 120. Raptors don't usually keep up in these shootout sort of games, and it was weird to have a shootout against the Charlotte Hornets. Both of these teams, they are the bottom two in the NBA in terms of three-point percentage. Hornets shooting 32.5% on the season from three. Raptors shooting 32.6% from three going into this game. Both teams shoot above 40% for three, and both teams are above 50% at the start of this game. So let's get into the content. Let's get into the box scores here because we had some really, really good individual nights from the Raptors. Siakam, 28 points, 10 for 16 shooting. Jeez, man, this guy's so good at basketball. 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Casual night for Siakam. He does this every night pretty much, except for those 2 nights last week, but almost every night. Gary Trent, another great game. 24 points, 6 for 14, 4 for 10 from 3. Gary Trent, man, 23-year-old Gary Trent. I'm really wondering if this is the guy that you really want to be trading because reports are suggesting that Gary Trent is the only person on the Raptors that's like being shopped as available, but he brings so much of what the Raptors need. It just makes me a little bit nervous there. OG may have been the star of the show. 22 points, 8 for 12 shooting, 6 for 7 from 3, 2 clutch threes to help the Raptors get over the line here. VanVleet, not his night, but we're still seeing some good numbers. He's taking a step back on offense. You can't deny that. He's shooting the ball less. 11 points inefficiently. But 8 assists, 7 rebounds. Nice to see. Had a couple of unlucky shots that rim out there. Did hit 2 of those threes in the clutch to help the Raptors get over the line as well. I understand it's still not a great night. But there's some signs of Fred VanVleet turning the corner a little bit on the season. Scotty Barnes, not his best night either. 7.7 assists, 5 rebounds. I mean, good to see these stats as well for him. 2 for 5 from the field. Right now, the Raptors are kind of, I like the term somebody in chat used. They're really using Scotty Barnes as the glue guy. It's kind of a tough situation to be in, but Scotty Barnes is being deployed in that role. I think that's, for the sake of winning games right now, sure. For the sake of wanting to improve Scotty Barnes' game, I don't think this is the right call, but I think it's on the front office kind of to strategize the roster a little bit better to fit that. As we move further into the bench, Raptors finally get a good bench game. We get 40 points from the bench today. Boucher dropped 12, had a great second quarter. Achua dropped 13, had a great second quarter where he hit 3 threes. Juancho had a solid second quarter. Koloko was decent throughout the game, got 8 rebounds. Not a great night from Flynn, though. That purple patch we saw in December is maybe fading off a little bit, but did hit a nice 3 in the fourth quarter, at least to make it 1 field goal made in this game. Hornets, though, they kept the offense flowing. 3 guys get 20, all 5 starters into the double digits for their team. They made it difficult on us, but ultimately it was us who had the big plays late. Team stat-wise, again, the 2 worst three-point shooting teams in the entire NBA. The Hornets shot 43% from 3. The Raptors shot 46%. From the field, we shot 50. They shot 56. It came down to, again, the big moments late in the game. But Raptors do well in the rebound category. Not great in the turnover category, but it's just enough to get over the line and win this game. So we have to have a conversation about, what this team is doing, what this team has planned, strategized going forward. It's difficult here because, trades, it's not like 2K where trades can happen like that. You go and make a trade, you just work on it. We just work on a discussion, but it gets done same day. Not really how trades work in the actual real world NBA. These things take time. And reports are very much suggesting the Raptors are very active in trade talks. Everyone's reporting that every team is getting offers from the Raptors. Only Gary Trent, though, is being made available. And I'm just wondering, these games are really showcasing that Trent is providing a lot of what the Raptors need. We need floor spacing. We need shot creators. Gary Trent is perfectly doing that. So trading him, I don't know if that's the best way to go. Although, this is a guy who is a free agent at the end of the season, There's going to be question marks of if he stays, especially, he's had some questions about his role this year with him getting shots up. He ended up moving to the bench for a while. Is this a place that he sees a future with long term? I think he's really built up his career here. He might feel that he wants to stay here and continue to build this team. There might be a big team that comes knocking that needs, a shot creator, a guy who can space the floor. I can see the Lakers making a big play for Gary Trent in the summer when that Westbrook contract's off the books. You got all that money to play with. You can throw a lot of it at Gary Trent Jr. So that's difficult when it comes to Trent in terms of if he's the guy that you want to trade and the way he's playing right now, you might get really good value out of him. In terms of the player, I want to keep him, but these are factors you have to consider. Other players you might consider trading, Fred VanVleet. Well, what value are going to get for him? Is it going to be as good as Trent? That's going to be difficult. Fred VanVleet is probably more likely to stay with the team beyond this season. I'd say I'd be really shocked if Fred turned down a contract with us to go elsewhere. So these are all factors that I'm sure the front office are considering. But Gary Trent, we really need to have a conversation if he's the right guy that should be getting traded. So as far as trades overall, like I said, it's going to take a little bit of time here for the front office to kind of see things play out. But the schedule is favorable. Like I said earlier, it's the easiest schedule in the NBA. We weathered the difficult parts of it. We didn't, but we've already done the hard parts of our schedule. It gets easier. There's obviously going to be some tough teams along the way, but in terms of win percentages, there's opportunities to win games for the Raptors coming up. Let's just see what it's like until the end of January here as I pull up the schedule. So another game you should be winning on Thursday against the Hornets. The Hawks are vulnerable. You can beat them. The Knicks, we've had their number this season in some of the games. We can go and take them on. Or we didn't. We lost their last game. Well, we had their number at MSG. That's a winnable game. The Bucks, amidst their injuries, and they haven't been playing well. They're going to be favored likely at home, but that's a winnable game. The Timberwolves have been a mess, even though they've won 4 in a row now. You can find wins along the way. There's some tough teams here, but mostly there's a lot of chances to get some wins here. And as the schedule lightens up, if the Raptors can play like this offensively and get things to click defensively like they did against the Blazers, maybe this is a better team than we give them credit for, but we're still a very long way away from being back in the true playoff mix. And I'm on team playing for what? The front office. I trust them to handle things accordingly. We'll see what they all come down with in the end, but hey, one day at a time. The Raptors win tonight. Let's celebrate that. If you guys did enjoy the content, please remember to smash that like button, help out Amateur, help get the content onto more recommended pages, help spread the word of the channel. And speaking of the channel, if you're enjoying content like this, you want to see it for every single Raptors game, please make sure you are subscribed to Amateur. You won't regret it. If you love the Raptors, you're going to love Amateur. Get subscribed today. Thank you so much, everybody. All right, chatters, thank you so much for making this a great stream. They're always so much fun to do. Win or loss, I always have fun hanging out with you guys. Actually, today was a lot better. I didn't feel frustrated with the chatters. I feel like I've been more keen on blocking people these days. But today I didn't have to do that, which was great. Didn't have the time to be out. Didn't have to hide anybody. So that's good to see. So shout out you guys making this a fun stream. Shout out you guys always for supporting me. I got a video coming out tomorrow. I don't know what it will be about, but there will be a video. And I have a stream back here on Thursday to watch the Raptors play the Hornets. Same time, same place. Hopefully you keep